And our national anthem by the Marching Flyers. It's football time here tonight on 92-1 The WOHF. The Flyers down in their end zone, and now the Perkins Pirates are going to find their way onto the field. I tell you what, while we're waiting for them, let's talk about a couple things. We have this thing in Ohio called the AP High School Football Coaches poll, Mike. And, of course, they don't ask any of the broadcasters for this vote. It's all sports writers. In Division II right now, Benedictine sitting at 1, followed by LaSalle and Kings. But Fremont Ross sitting at number 11 in the state, that coach's poll. Division IV, where we're at, you've got Wyoming at 5-0, Bloom Carroll 5-0, Cleveland St. Joe, Beloit, Clinton Massey. But then at 17 is Clyde, and number 16 is Bellevue, so a little respect for here in Northwest Ohio. Now, when we look at the regions right now, Ross is sitting number 2 in Region 6. In the computer poll, in Division 3, Columbian's sitting at 8. Division 14, look at this, Bellevue's 1, Van Werd's 2, Port Clinton's 3, Clyde's 5, Sandusky Perkins 6. So whoever wins tonight is going to get a little hand. As you talked about, Mike, with 16 teams in the playoffs, you want one of those first week of home games. Otherwise, you could be traveling to who knows where to play your game. Huron's sitting at 16, so if they were held today, they get in. Edison at 17. In Division 5, Region 18, Lakota at 13, Oak Harbor at 15. Division 6, Region 22, Gibsonburg sitting at 6. Division 7, Hopewell Loudon sitting at number 1, Calvert at 16. So that is where we're at. The Perkins Pirates sitting in their white road jerseys with black, white helmets with black, black numerals, black trousers. Clyde, they're all yellow gold, white numerals lined in blue, yellow gold helmets with their numbers on one side and the Clyde Flyer jet on the left. So we are ready to play, Mike. It's time to get this thing going.
Yeah, another beautiful night like Brad said down there. You can't ask for anything more as far as weather-wise go. And you know, this is going to be an exciting game because both these teams match up very, very well. Not predictable as far as throwing the ball or running the ball, but one thing that Perkins is going to have to do, if they want to throw that ball, they're going to have to find some way to slow down that Clyde rush. You know, they've got 4 guys on that defensive line that have had a lot of sacks this year. So you've got Blue Norman's got 5 sacks this year. Logan Holmler's got 3.5. Walker Britt's got 3.5. So those guys, they know how to get to the quarterback.
Lamar Everett is sitting back getting ready to field this kickoff along with Colin Nemitz. They got speed right there, back standing around about their 10. It will be McCoy Dickman getting ready to kick it off, moving left to right. And we are about ready to get underway. And you can feel the excitement at Bishop Stadium. And here we go. It's going to be a squib kick. It's going to be kicked, and it's going to be out of bounds. They did an onside kick. The Perkins player missed it, and Clyde could not catch it. And Perkins gets the ball to start the ball game at where are they going to give it to him at the 35?
They're going to give it probably right where they went out of bounds at. Yeah,
it went 10 yards.
Yeah, Jay Plummer was right there. If he would have jumped on that ball.
So they're going to call that illegal procedure.
And they're going to call
on
that.
On top of that. Wow. So that's going to be spotted at the Clyde 42. What field position for Perkins? Talk about putting your team into position. Here we go. Perkins with the football. They've got 2 running backs. Clyde showing stunts right there, and there's going to be a run up the middle. It'll be a pickup of about 5 to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, right there, just straight up the gut. Not a whole lot as far as trying to any misdirection. Mason Ash was on the tackle for Clyde.
Les right now has got Caden Wire, a tight end, in there as a blocking back with Nemitz behind him. And we're going to have, what are we going to have? It's going to be an offsides against Clyde. So right now Clyde is misfiring and playing into the hands of the Perkins Pirates here early.
Yeah, that's 10 yards of penalties right there in the first
with
three.
An onside kick.
Yeah, exactly.
That moves the ball down to the 33. So it's going to be 2nd down and 1. Again, Logan Lash, he's only a sophomore, 6'2", 175, and Jalen Santuro's got him throwing the ball. He's throwing it in the end zone. Right now the ball is up, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, we talked about mistakes. That one, they threw it up in the air, and Clyde said, "Not tonight, my friend." Had a defense perfectly. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Well, while Brad's getting his stuff around, I'm going to tell you, Jay Plummer was right there with great coverage. He just kind of forced him to the sideline, and Les just kind of threw that ball up, thinking his receiver was going to go up and get it.
Right.
But Plummer was right there to be able to haul it down.
Clyde's got the ball on their own 2-yard line. Their own 2. So look at the front right there. We're going to go ahead and go down to Brad as soon as we can pick him up. That front of Perkins is huge. Handoff, Daniels. He gets stood up, and he'll maybe get a half a yard. Brad, if you heard us, tell us about the size of that Perkins defensive line.
Yeah, John, they definitely have a little bit of a size advantage, no doubt about it, and it's going to be a lot for this Clyde offensive line to move these guys out of the way.
Their defense looks big across the board, Mike.
They are big across the board, and they got 6 guys that are on the line, down on the line right now. Bringing a linebacker up tight.
Showing the blitz. Here comes a man in motion, and that's Overmar. Overmar puts his head down. He's going to maybe get a yard. And it's going to be 3rd down, and we're going to call it 9. So Clyde avoids the problem with the muffed squib kick, the penalties, with an interception. But Perkins is still going to get good field position if the Flyers can't convert right here. And again, size-wise, we'll line them up for you as we can. This is a very big defensive front. Jalen Santoro, star quarterback at Bellevue, now the head coach here at Perkins. Clyde moving left to right. Cook is back there. He's got Daniels next to him. Clyde's just showing like a double wing set right now, Mike.
Yeah, and one thing that obviously Perkins is going to have to look for is one of those wings leaking out into the flat.
Jaden Cook. He's up under center. He's going to hand off again. They're going to give it to Overmar. He's going to turn the corner. He puts his head down. And he's going to reach for the 1st down. Oh, what a run.
Yeah, I don't know, John. He's got him marked, I think, a little bit short.
Boy, I tell you what, Brad Bannister right down to you. And he lunged for it.
He's going to be about a yard short. He did a really nice job of bouncing that to the outside, but his knee went down before he lunged forward.
So Clyde's going to show that they're going to go for it.
No, he's going
4th and 1. He's going to quick punt it.
Yeah, he's going to quick punt it.
We're going to have a timeout, and they forced Perkins into a timeout. That was a good play.
And what happened, Perkins did not cover the 2 receivers to the left side of the line. And if they would have went ahead and snapped that ball, Cook had an opportunity just to toss it out. Easy toss out there to get that. Would have obviously been a 1st down, if not more. Perkins coaches saw that. I'm sure the coaches over in the box were yelling, we got to get a timeout because we got uncovered individuals out here.
Well, I tell you what, again, did we say? These are 2 great teams. And it's going to be the mistakes that are probably going to determine who wins this game. Again, that defensive line, if we can, Mike, let's start looking at him. Evan Witter, he's 6'2", 240. We're looking at also Nolan Winston. He's 6 foot 200. Their linebacker, Wire, 6 foot 200. Their defensive end, Yingling, 6'6", 220. I mean, we got size all over the place. Their cornerback, Jake Collier, there's some big kids out there.
You got Spencer Brown, who is 6'3", 280.
All right, so now Clyde again is showing it. Let's see if he drops back to punt. They got nobody back. He's looking for the snap. Now he's going to come up. They're going to show blitz. Like he's going to go ahead and take it, and they're going to try and draw him off. And what's it going to be? They're going to call a procedure against Clyde.
Yeah, they were trying to get Perkins to jump off sides, and they got a little too
anxious.
A little too anxious. They couldn't hold their water and jumped off sides. Now they guarantee that's going to be a punt.
So, Brad, who jumped on that, do you know?
I thought he signaled the quarterback made some sort of a move.
Huh.
All right.
All right, well, Jaden Cook is going to be back in his end zone getting ready to punt the football, and right now Perkins has nobody back.
Well, Jaden Cook has a 42.6-yard average on the season, so he is very capable.
They're looking to block this. Cook's standing back in there. He's the snap. There he is. They're coming at him. He kicks it. He kicks it high and long. It's going to hit the 40. It's going to take a lateral, but it's going to then start moving forward. And they're going to kick the ball out to the 50, the 49-yard line of Perkins. So Perkins will get 1st and 10 at their own 49. So, again, good field position for the Pirates.
No, Clyde, that's 15 yards in penalties with the kick out of bounds, with the lining up off sides, and then the motion penalty that we just had down. That's 15 yards, and it's with 9:28 left to go. That's a lot of penalties in a short period of time.
All right, so splitting out this way is Jaden Roy. You got to keep an eye on him. He's 6', 200. Clyde showing man-to-man defense right now. They're going to go ahead and hand off to Nemitz. He's going to run to the outside. He's going to try and turn the corner. He stops in. He's going to get some yardage and more. They finally get broke down after he gets that to about the 46. He's going to pick up now good 5 yards on that run, Mike, and you can see right now. Colin Nemitz, he's bouncing until he can find a seam, and he's gone.
Yeah, he was able. We haven't seen this very much this year. He was able to run through Blue Norman. He tried to grab him, pull him down, but Jay Plummer was there to make the stop, but nice gain.
2nd and 4, just under 9 minutes. No score here from Clyde. Here comes a man in motion from right to left. Going to go ahead and hand off Nemitz again. He gets through the right side. Boy, he gets hit hard by one of the linebackers. He gets dropped. He'll maybe pick up one. I'm going to spot him at the 40, let's say the 43, and it looks like Overmeyer on the tackle.
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer came up, put a nice stick on him right there. Dylan's got 54 tackles on the year, making 55 now.
3rd and short. One receiver to the far side. Caden Nixon, sophomore, 6'3" on the near side. Tall receivers. You got one in the slot on each side. And gosh, it's going to be Lesh, the quarterback. Man in motion. They're faking. They're going to throw it here. It's going to be slant pattern. It's going to be caught. Tell you what, nice delivered pass right on the slant on coverage was Jay Plummer. Maybe 1st and 10 for the Pirates at the Clyde 32.
Yeah, he had nice inside leverage on that.
He had position on that, yeah.
You can see why he has over 1,000 yards passing in 5 games.
Here they go quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Lesh looking. He's trying to draw them offside. 3 receivers to our near side. So showing a lot of different sets right now here, Mike, early. No score, 8 minutes to go, and the clock running. Perkins with the ball at the Clyde 32. Lesh, he's going to look and fake the handoff. He's going to pop pass over the middle. It's tipped and nearly intercepted. So I'll make it 2nd down and 10. Beautiful night. Sun's starting to set a little bit. It's going to be, you got the feeling, Mike, here, in another couple minutes, this thing's going to really start locking horns.
Yeah, it's already started. Walker Britt was in, had his hands up, was able to knock that ball up in the air. It looked good. That possibly could have been picked off, but found the turf.
All right, again, 3 receivers to this near side. They're going to have stacked receivers, and they're going to fake the handoff. Now they're going to give it. Oh, getting hit and dropped. Getting hit and spun around for a loss. Nemitz is going to get thrown back to the 34.
Blue Norman right there did a nice job just pulling his guy back into the backfield and pretty much just bounced off of Nemitz to put him on the ground.
One of the guards out there, Papanow, he's 5'11", 260. They got a lot of beef up front, the Perkins Pirates. Again, Logan Lesh, he's a sophomore. He's their quarterback. 2 receivers to the far, 2 to the near side. Vernucci, a junior, 6'4", 2. I mean, they've got some height out here. 2 receivers to each side. Lesh has got, obviously, Nemitz behind him. He's looking. He's looking. He's being flushed in the pocket. He's going to take off and run. This time he's going to get sacked, and there's nowhere to go. The ball's loose on the floor, and it's picked up, and it will be Clyde ball.
That Dylan Overmeyer was able to jump on that ball to get that big turnover. It was a nice job by the defensive line. I think there were about 3 people that had their hands on the runner at that time and was able to knock that ball out. Dylan Overmeyer jumps on it. Big turnover for Clyde.
Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, 2 turnovers here early by the Pirates.
Yeah, absolutely. On that last run, it was so congested. I don't know if anybody hit him. He just lost it, but all the pressure.
All right, Clyde's got the ball. 2 running backs on each side of Jaden Cook. 2 receivers on this side. He's going to fake. He's looking to throw. He's looking. There's nobody open. He's just going to run. Jaden Cook will turn the corner at the 50, and he runs out about the 45, and that's something we've been looking at, Mike. Those receivers had no thoughts at all of running a pattern. They just got Cook to turn the corner. Cook is a glider, and he glided into Perkins territory. They will spot him at the 46.
Yeah, he showed that he had some speed. Outran Sam Odo to the sideline. Sam thought he had him dead in his sights, but Cook was able to outrun him and get big yardage.
Cook very deceptive. 2 receivers to the far, 1 to the near. Cook at quarterback. He's looking left. He's stepping up. He's going to throw a little possession pass here right off the ground. They're going to say no good. It was low to Caden Olson. Olson picked it up off the bounce, but it'll be incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 9 at the 46-yard line of the Pirates. Clyde moving left to right here tonight.
Yeah, Wyatt Nemitz was right there. If he would have caught that ball, there's a good possibility that that would have been stopped right there. But it would have been about a 6-yard gain if they could have made the connection.
So, Clyde's showing tempo, and then they pause to step back and get the call. 3 receivers to the left side. Daniels just to the left side of Cook. And they're looking to throw it. They're going to flare it out here. It's going to be dropped. That time Olsen took his eyes off the ball. Cook led him, and Olsen just kind of looked at it, Mike, and his incomplete pass to be 3rd down and 9. You just can't have that happen.
Now, Griffin Noss was out there to make a good block, as well as Kyle Flewelling. They had their men stalked up, but just could not get that complete.
So now Clyde forced the pass. Look for Perkins to bring some heat right now. They're showing a 3-man front. They're dropping, 7 in the back? Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7. Let's see what happens. Cook has got to be careful, protect the football here in this position. He's rolling left. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's going to throw one over here, and it gets tipped, and it's incomplete. So Clyde's going to have to punt the football. 3 straight passes, 3 straight incompletions. Flyers offense cannot function right now, and they're going to have to punt the ball back to Perkins.
Now, they had three down linemen coming, and they had Caden Wire coming from the linebacker spot on the blitz. But there's still not a whole lot of pressure on Cook, and they are going for it.
Well, they are. Boy, 4th down. Comes a man in motion to this left side. It's Griffin Nuffs. Jaden Cook looking back at this side, so he's going to step back and pooch punt it now. There it is, and he kicks it. It's going to be end over, and it's not a good kick. And it's going to hit and go out of bounds right about the 26-yard line. So Perkins will have it. So field position. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, tell me, size-wise, the Perkins Pirates are pretty big out on that field.
Yeah, for sure. Not even up front on the line. I mean, they're big up there, much bigger than Clyde, but even their skill guys, they got 1 or 2 receivers that are awfully big out here that I think Coach Santoro is trying to take advantage of going up top.
Yeah, Jaden Rowe, wide receiver, 6'4", 200 pounds.
All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 26. Perkins moving right to left. Logan Lesh, sophomore quarterback. He's got Nemitz behind him. He's got the fullback back there, Wire, to help block. He's going to take the snap. He's going to give it to Nemitz. Nemitz is going to try to bounce to the outside. He's got a block, and here he goes, and he's going to break 1 tackle, but not the second one. Olsen comes up from his cornerback position and tackle him at the 31, but he will pick up 5.
Yeah, he's shifty moves. I mean, he's coming up in the line, did a little jump cut to the outside, and Olsen didn't fall for that, but still a pretty decent pickup.
Chauncey Miracle in there on the defensive side. Down they just substitute for him. Lash has got 2 receivers to this near side, and 1 far receiver is Jaden Rowe, the 6'4" junior. Lash, Clyde mans up again. Lesh is going to go ahead. They're just kind of doing some RPO right now, Mike, and there they go. They're going to hand it off to Nemitz. He's going to bounce to the outside again. This time he's going to turn the corner. He's got some field more. He splits to the other side, and he's going to get a big 1st down and more into Clyde territory. That time right around the corner, and he gets it all the way to the Clyde 42-yard line. You can see why that young man leading the conference in rushing.
Yeah, absolutely. Abe Morrison was able to make that stop, but I tell you, he put a couple moves on some of the defenders back there for Clyde, and they were just reaching for air.
Well, they're running to the short side of the field, but the receivers are exceptionally blocking downfield.
Yeah, when you've got receivers out there that are 200 pounds or more, they can get that done.
1st and 10 Perkins at the Clyde 44. Lesh looking for the snap. He's going to fake the handoff. No, he's going to give him to again around the corner. They're going to run the same play. This time he breaks another tackle, and he's going to get about 7 yards. Right now, going off the left side of that Clyde defense, they're going to keep going for it as we've got a 1 player coming up slowly. But they're going to spot the ball at the 37. Pickup of 7, and Morrison again on that tackle. And right now we've got coming out of the ball game for Clyde, it's going to be Logan Homler. Now look at his arm. Here's a handoff. They're looking. No, it's a delayed pitch. They're going to the outside. That's a good fake. Coming on the outside is Nemitz, and Nemitz is going to get hit and drop. That time they made it look like a busted play, Mike, and then just handed off to him. That was a great call.
Yeah, that was a good call. Will Lozier was able to come up and make that stop, but not after that 1st down. You know, it did look like a busted play. It kind of settled that Clyde defense a little bit, because they've been going to the Clyde defensive left, and it brought it back to the right, which was a nice play call.
So Perkins hasn't been moving the football. They've not scored. It's 4:35. No score here yet. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. So they're switching up those receiver sets, Mike, on every play. Colin Nemitz, 5'8", 165, having his way here tonight at Bishop Stadium. And there's a handoff to him again off the left side. He's going to get by 1, but he will get tackled at the 30. He's got a very quick first step.
Yeah, he does. He puts that foot in the ground and just takes a little, not quite a hop step, but he can go right or left.
Right.
And Dylan Overmeyer, again, making another tackle.
Second down, we'll call 7. 4 minutes to go. This one moving quickly here this first quarter. We haven't got a quarter timeout in yet. So we might have to play it double through the next quarter. Clyde showing them what they're going to show. They're going to say offsides on Clyde. They're going to say that Clyde got drawn off again on the left defensive end.
Yeah, they jumped again. That's something that they're listening too much of that cadence. And Nemitz is, I tell you, our Lesh is doing a nice job.
He is.
As far as getting Clyde to draw offside, that's 20 yards in penalties right now.
So, of course, Dylan Overmeyer goes up to the player, taps him on the helmet, say, come on, let's go. You know, Perkins has threatened, but they have not scored. And now they're near the Fremont floor covering red zone. Lesh back. He's going to go ahead and give it to Nemitz. He breaks through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get the first down to the 19-yard line. He's picking up about 5 years to clip. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, right now Nemitz, he's just looking for the little seam to open. I think there's zone blocking out there, and as soon as he sees a gap, he's gone.
Oh, he does a really good job of reading the blocks, and like Mike said, he makes a decision on a cut, and boy, he is lightning getting out of there.
So Clyde linebackers, busy tonight. 1st and 10, and they are in the Fremont floor covering red zone at the 20-yard line. 3:07 in this first quarter, again, flying by. Lesh looks to the sideline. Head coach Jalen Santoro. He's got a fire lit under these Perkins Pirates. Yes, no, they almost got it. Here comes Nemitz to the outside. He's going to push it to the outside, and they're going to chase him out of bounds. He'll pick up 1.
Yeah, he had to get to that sideline because Walker Britt was right there. He couldn't quite get his hands and wrap him up, but he was able to push him far enough to put him back in the backfield, or else that could have been, getting around that end. They're doing a nice job of just sealing that end down.
2:51, the clock has stopped. 2nd down, and we'll call it 8. Moving right to left, the Perkins Pirates out of Sandusky. 4-1 coming in here to Bishop Stadium. Clyde offense has not got on track yet, and that's really been beneficial to Perkins. They've controlled the clock and the line of scrimmage so far here in this ball game. And there's some confusion on the Perkins side.
Boy, they are taking that time clock down, and yes, they have to call a timeout.
They will call their second timeout. We'll take a timeout here. 2:51 to go. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
PT Services, your premier hometown therapy provider, is now open at 1800 West State Street in Fremont, Ohio. Their clinic offers physical, occupational, and speech therapies, along with specialized wellness programs that focus on the health and well-being of our community. They work hard to offer individualized care that helps you achieve your rehabilitation and wellness goals. Ask your doctor to send you to PT Services Rehabilitation, providing individualized care to give you excellence in motion. For more information, visit them at ptsrehab.com.
Give your home the makeover it deserves at Fremont Floor Covering. Their knowledgeable staff can show you the many floor covering options available. Carpet, vinyl, waterproof flooring, laminate, hardwood, and ceramic tile. Fremont Floor Covering has over 150 carpet and vinyl remnants to choose from. Schedule for a quality professional installation or do it yourself. Quality floor covering at affordable prices since 1997. 12 months, same as cash available. Fremont Floor Covering, near the corner of North Front and State Street.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Well, back to action. 2:51 to go. And right now Perkins has threatening. They got the ball on their own 26, Mike, and they're marching down. They're at the Clyde 19 right now. 2nd down and 8.
And Coach Carter's going to call a timeout.
Coach Carter's going to call a timeout to match up his team. His first timeout. Perkins has used 2. We'll try to give you some scores right in the second quarter. Bellevue over Norwalk 6-0. Port Clinton 10-0 over Edison. Ross down to Findlay 6-0 early. Columbian 14-7 over Sandusky. Oak Harbor 14-7 over Vermilion. Calvert 14-0 over Margaretta. And that's what we have for you so far. So, Clyde has to be careful to not guess wrong when it comes to defensively what they want to do, right? So we saw them come out and throw the ball a little bit, but right now they primarily have been running the football.
Yeah,
the whole game.
What Clyde is doing, they're manning up with the free safety, so they're going man on the outside, free safety in the middle, so that they can keep their linebackers in to try to stop that run game and try to cut that off. But if Nemitz, we've seen that he's got some speed. If he can get outside and get around that corner, he's going to get a lot of yards.
Right, here we go. There's going to be now 3 backs, 1 on each side of Lesh. Joining them in the backfield now is Sam Sturzinger. So Sturzinger on one side, Wire on the other, Nemitz deep back, about almost 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There's the handoff, and they're looking to block him. He gets thrown down. No, they didn't call it. Oh, he was down. And right now, Coach Carter is livid because he went down on the ground and spun it, and then they let him keep his motion back to the 22. I think that was a bad call.
Yeah, Blue Norman did a great job of just penetrating through that line, getting back into the backfield. As soon as the handoff was made, Blue had him down on the ground.
All right, so 3rd down and 12. Now, I've seen their kicker. He was kicking 40-yard field goals, Mike, in pregame. 3 to the far side. Look for them to throw the football. They've liked the slant pattern so far. They got man-to-man coverage. They got size advantage down here. He's back to throw. He's rushing. He's being flushed out of the pocket. He's hit, and he's sacked back at the 28-yard line.
Well, that just took them out of field goal range, John. I don't think they're going to attempt it now.
Back to the 30. What a defensive stand by Clyde.
Yeah, John Miller Perry was in there as well as Walker Britt, and Blue Norma was putting the pressure on.
So they're going to go for it. 4th down and 19. Unless they're going to drop the quarterback back to throw. They're going to have 4 receivers out on this play. Of course, the Clyde defensive front really, really huge play in this last one. So let's see what Lesh is going to do. He's stepping back. He's at the 35 of Clyde. He's going back, and there's going to be what? What are we going to have? It's going to be timeout. Perkins. So Perkins is going to take a timeout and think about it, Mike. So let's go down to Brad Bannister. Wow, what a chess match here tonight at Bishop Stadium, Brad.
Oh, what a great job by the Clyde defense with their backs against the wall numerous times this first quarter. For them to get out of here with not giving up any points in that first quarter, I think is a win for Clyde. But they definitely got their hands cut out with them with Perkins tonight.
So Perkins has run 18 plays to Clyde's 6. Excuse me, 8. Clyde's run 8 plays. They've been 3 and out both series.
Yeah, and Perkins has been able to do a couple of things. Now, they've only completed 1 pass, that slant. Other than that, they threw an interception, and they thought basically, Lesh thought that his receiver was going to be able to go up. He thought Rowe, at 6'4", was going to be able to go up over top of Plummer and get the ball, but Plummer was able to come down with it. So, Clyde's dodged a lot of bullets.
Well, we talked about it earlier in the game. This offense, how's it going to power up against one of the best defenses in the area? Right now, it's pretty much a stalemate. 4th down, they're going to go for it. They got 5 receivers set. 3 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Let's see if Lesh has got time to throw the football. He's standing back. Now he's going up under center. Now he's making the call. He stepped back at the 35, moving right to left. 1:24 to go in the quarter, no score. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's looking again. He's going to go ahead and throw it across the middle. It's going to be caught, but they are not going to get it. Clyde will take over at the 20. What defensive coverage by the defense, and he had time to throw, Mike.
Yeah, he definitely had time to throw. Caden Olson was right there, was able to make that stop. Abe Morrison was there as well. When you look at the time that he had to throw, and he found his receiver, but there was way too many yards. He didn't get it downfield far enough, and the defense was right there. Olson was making sure he wasn't going to get a first down.
Wow, well, I tell you what, that's quite a defensive stand for Clyde. Let's see if their offense can finally get on track, as they've had awful field possession here so far. And just some drop passes early. Clyde's not been able to get their running game established. Daniel's on the left side, and they're going to hand it to him. And, boy, they're just going to set him down.
I'll tell you what, Wire was coming hard.
Yeah,
they got to change up that snap count, John, because as soon as that ball was snapped, Wire was coming across the line, and he was there to probably take that handoff if Cook didn't get it to him.
Olsen coming off the field, 3 receivers for Clyde on the near side, and we have 51 seconds and counting here. No score in this first quarter. Perkins has the ball 3 times. Clyde had it twice. And this is Clyde's 3rd possession themselves. And here comes a man in motion. Brings the defender with him so they know they're in man. Cook's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught and completed. And it'll be completed to the 25-yard line to Griffin Noss. picks up some yardage. He's going to make it third down a little more manageable. Third down, we'll call it a long 6.
Yeah, Weston Sturzer came from the safety spot to be able to make that stop. Weston is a freshman out there, 5'11", 145.
Well, he's playing football.
Nice stop.
Absolutely. So third down, they'll say 6. Just 9 seconds left in this quarter. Let's see if Clyde gets this play off. Here comes a man in motion. That's going to be Olsen. They're stepping up, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, we have no score. Clyde with the ball, 3rd and 7. We'll be back with this on 92 on the Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Dave Hare Allstate Insurance is an agent that will answer questions in person and get you a quote for coverage on the things that matter most to you. If you need a home, auto, or life insurance, you can count on Dave Hare Allstate Insurance to get you the price that is right for your needs and your budget. You're in good hands with Dave Hare Allstate Insurance. Visit them at 524 West Perkins Avenue in Sandusky or give them a call at 419-626-9444. That's 419-626-9444 or visit them online at davehare@allstate.com.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. What's your name?
Ella Smith.
And what grade are you in?
I'll be a sophomore at the high school, Fremont Ross.
And what sports do you play?
Soccer, golf, basketball, and softball.
What's your favorite sport?
Soccer.
And why?
I've been playing it the longest, and just the friendships I've built through the sport.
And what do you love about playing all these different sports?
They're all different, and I can build off of each one to make myself better for the next one.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Bishop Stadium. No score here after the first quarter of play. Perkins controlling the clock so far with 18 plays to 10 now for Clyde. Clyde with the ball. They've got big third down and 6 from their own 25. They have had rough field position here all night. Let's see if Jaden Cook can help get this converted third down. He's looking for the snap. There it is. He's back to throw. It's going to be caught out here looking for a block, and they're trying to get up the middle. They do break a tackle and getting to the 27-yard line, so not much of a gain as they got it out there to Olsen. But great defensive coverage by Perkins. Perkins, as you said, Mike, off the air. Perkins with really pretty good defensive call against Clyde. Now it's 4th down and 4.
This is going to be another quick kick. And,
yeah, they're not going to try and run this, not in this side of the field.
That last kick by Jaden Cook is going to hurt his 42.6-yard average.
Now he's going to drop back. Of course, they've got nobody back. They're going to try and block it. And this time he launches it.
That's going to help the average.
Oh, my. Keep it out of the end zone. No, it will. He's going to kick it down to the 11-yard line. So a punt down to the 11. So they have now changed field position. And that was a great kick by Cook.
I would have to say that's close to 55-yard kick. So that 14-yard punt that he had earlier, that's going to even that average out a little bit.
So, Mike, you know, Perkins on the road, they're a dangerous football team. They come in here. They've not been able to score, but they've had lots of opportunities. Clyde, on the other hand, defense has stood up to the test. What's Clyde's offense got to do?
Well, Clyde's offense is they got to establish that running game, and that's something they haven't been able to do. They got to find out where Wire's been coming through at, and they got to take a piece of that. Now, one thing that Perkins is going to have to do, they're going to have to establish that downfield passing game.
Right.
You know, he doesn't have 1,038 yards on the season so far.
For nothing.
Exactly.
They want to come out here and run the ball, expecting them to throw, right?
Yep.
Well, Colin Nemitz has a pretty good ball game. So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 12. So at the 12-yard line this drive, moving left to right. Logan Lesh, he's the quarterback. He's a sophomore for Sandusky Perkins. One receiver to the far side. Now they got 4 receivers here to this side. Let's see how Clyde's going to play it. Lesh is looking. Of course, no penalties so far in this ball game for Perkins. They have played a very clean, a well-coached first half of play so far. Now he's going to step back. He's at about the 6. Let's see if Clyde can still get pass rush. He's going to keep it himself up the middle. He's going to go around the corner. He's got some yardage and more, and he's going to run out of bounds. That time just a quarterback draw to the 25. Nice pickup of 13.
Yeah, that's a nice job by that offensive line, just getting a piece of Clyde's defense and not allowing them to be able to get their hands on Lesh. You know, that's one thing that Clyde is going to have to do, they're going to have to get a little more penetration into that backfield.
Jalen Santoro has put his imprint on this team, and right now they're performing very well. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Perkins at the 25, moving left to right. 11-10 to go in the first half. No score here in this ball game. He's looking. He's going to keep it again. They're going to run the same play, try to get him to the outside. He's going to turn the corner. He's going to slide. We got a penalty in the backfield. Should be our first penalty by Perkins tonight.
Yeah, I think Nolan Winston was grabbing a little bit more cloth than what he should have.
And they will march it back. Brad Bannister right now. What's it feel like down on the field?
You know, they're pretty jacked up over here. I'm on the Perkins side right now. They're pretty fired up, as they should be. But yet I would think they'd be a hair disappointed because they've had so many opportunities to come out and score some points, and they've fallen a little bit short. So Clyde's got to be very happy about that. I'm sure Coach Carter is.
So it's going to be first down.
Okay, about 20.
And 20 back at the 15. At the, excuse me, yeah, it looks like it's about the 15. We'll say 16-yard line with the penalty. Let's see what Lesh wants to do. He's got one receiver matched up on the far side. Now Overmeyer's going to switch positions with the other linebacker. 4 receivers here to the near side. Let's see if they want to throw it around the middle, Mike. Lesh is back. He's going to keep it again. They're going to do the same play. This time he's going to bust it up the middle, but he'll slide forward for about 3 or 4. Really surprising that they run the quarterback draw 3 times in a row.
What they're doing is they're getting the splits, widen out those splits a little bit and getting the defense to widen out, and then just let Lesh be able to pick a spot. And that's kind of nullifying that rush that the defensive line is putting on right now.
Of course, as we said, Santoro came out of the Bellevue program. Finley still up over Ross 6-0 at this time. 10:09 to go in the first half, no score. Perkins has got second down, and we'll say 14 at the 23. He's looking to throw. It's going to be quick out here, and it's going to be a drop pass.
Yeah.
And that Clyde had a defense pretty well. Of course, out here, I'll tell you what, Abe Morrison, he was ready.
Yeah, he was right there. That play would have went for nil if they would have been able to complete it. But, John, if you watch, when they line up, the guards are at least a yard, if not a yard and a half away from the center, widen out that. See how wide that split is?
Yeah, their splits are wide, trying to get that open lane opened up. Mike, can tell you what, it works. If you try to fill it with your linebackers, they're going to pop it right over the top of you. I tell you what, they're well coached. You can tell 9:55, no score, big third down play, 3rd and 14 from the 23. He's back. Lesh looking. He goes across the middle. It's going to be caught, and it will be for a first down. That time the defender kind of whiffed. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Yeah, the receiver for Perkins ran out, kind of came back to the ball, caught it, and like you said, the whiff by a Plummer over here, and that enabled him to get the first down.
If Plummer would have tackled him, he would have held him back, but he spun around, and they get the first. That's a big third down conversion.
That's a big receiver over here, John.
Oh, yeah, I know. No, he's a big boy, 6'4". All right, so 2 receivers on the near side. Now we're back to the normal set that let's expect Nemitz to get the football here. Again, as Mike said, you said big number 45, a Wire, who's just killing it on defense. Now they're in the backfield to block, and they give it to Nemitz. He's going to go up the middle. He gets pounded. Oh, my, he didn't even get to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose one back to the 36-yard line.
I'll tell you, that's a blue-collar hit of the game right there coming up from that linebacker spot.
Laid some sauce on it.
That big sauce. Mason Ash was able to come up, put some big hit. I'll tell you, good job by that defense.
2nd down and 11. 2 receivers set to each side. Now, what do you think about this sophomore quarterback, Logan Lesh? Pretty good. He's well understanding the offensive scheme here. He'll drop back to the 31. He's got Nemitz straight behind him. And they're going to fake it to Nemitz. They're going to throw a little pop pass across the middle. It's going to be caught with more yardage and more. They're going to get into Clyde territory at the 43. They got it connected down there to Drake Venerucci, 6'4", 200, hit him on stride. And 1st and 10, Perkins at the Clyde 42.
You know, John, off air, we talked a little bit about what Perkins has got to do, and they've got to open that up and get that ball down the field. Their running game's been pretty effective, and now they're starting with that passing game.
In Clyde territory. Now 3 receivers to this near side, 1 to the far side. Coach Carter clapping, encouraging his guys on 8-10 and counting. 1st and 10 at Clyde 42, moving left to right. Logan Lesher, quarterback for Perkins, doing a good job. He's going to hand it off to Nemitz. He's going to get dragged, and we're going to have penalties all over the place here. Maybe 3 flags. Before we go ahead and find out this penalty, we'll remind everybody that the official food sponsor, provider for the 92-1 The Wolf broadcast team is Blue Collar Bistro here in Clyde. They always bring us food to start out the ball game, give us something for halftime, and the crew there, second to none. And I will tell you also, the menu second to none here in the Clyde community. So if you get a chance, go to Blue Collar Bistro and make sure you let them know you're here to hear. But we're going to take a timeout because we've got an injury timeout brought to you by Welding Insurance. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
Taking care of each other is what community is all about. That's a priority at Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. For over a century, they've proudly served the Fremont community and surrounding area with personal, compassionate care. They're dedicated to helping families create personalized, meaningful final tributes to honor your loved one's life. For information, call or visit HannemanFH.com. Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. They've expanded their family to better serve yours.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, back to action. We're still in a timeout. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, do we have any idea who the injured player is for Sandusky Perkins?
I believe it's a lineman. I want to say number 66. I don't get a great look at it. Is that who that is, John? He just sat up. I believe it is 66, yes.
We do not have
We don't have him in our program, so we can't. But best wishes to him. They now have him set up, so that's a good sign. So in the meantime, Mike, let's talk about this. The Clyde defense has been resilient. Perkins has kind of thrown the kitchen sink at them. They've thrown the ball. They've run the ball effectively. They've quarterback kept it. They've mixed it up, but Clyde's been able to keep them out of the end zone. But the Clyde offense is kind of driving down the road with a flat tire.
Yeah, they've got to figure out what they need to do to be able to get that running game, and they got to stop some of this pressure that Perkins has been bringing. You know, their linebackers come in hard, and one thing that Clyde offense could do is Cook is going to have to change up that snap count a little bit because they're coming as soon as he's making that first call. They're coming across the line. So
updated score: Bellevue over Norwalk 14-0. Port Clinton to 10-0 over Edison. Columbia and Sandusky going to close from 14-7. Ross now on top of Findlay 7-6. Oak Harbor 21-7 over Vermilion. Calvert 14-0 over Margaretta. Montpelier and St. Joe tied at 6. All right, so the ball is spotted at the 45-yard line, the 46-yard line from the penalty. So it's going to be first down and 23. Lesh back. He's going to go ahead and flare it out here. It's going to be caught. Trying to get to a speedster. He's going to get to the outside, but he will only get a couple yards as there's a tag team tackle out there. And getting that ball out of the backfield there was Wyan Nemitz, a sophomore. Showed a little speed on his own side, but it'll be a pickup just of a few.
Yeah, Kyle.
Maybe a pickup of none. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't think he got anything at all on that. Kyle Flewelling, as well as
I believe Morrison was out there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Abe Morrison, yes.
Out to the far side is going to be Caden Nixon. He's 6'3", 180. On this near side, Jaden Rowe, he's 6'4", 200. Now they're going to switch sides. They're going to bring over this near side Venerucci at 6'4". They're going to bring in Nixon at 6'3". So every receiver right now on the field is 6'3" or taller. And looking to throw, they're going to throw a little screen pass out here to Nemitz. He's going to get up the middle of the field. There he goes. He's going to get hit by one and dropped. He'll pick up some good yardage, but gets back to the initial line of scrimmage. Great play call. They're going to get it to the Clyde 47, and that's going to make it third down and 10.
Yeah, it was a good
third
job.
Down and 11, excuse me.
Good job by Dylan Overmeyer just getting a piece of him because he had some wheel. He was moving down that field, and Overmeyer was just able to trip him up enough to get him down on the ground.
Put the turbo on. The big play in this ball game, 6:29 to go. Clyde's offense hasn't been on the field enough to even get any kind of consistency. Let's see what Lesh is going to do. So Lesh has got 5 receivers set. Let's see. He's back. He's throwing. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to throw it right here. It's going to be caught. Trying to get out the left side. Nowhere to go. Oh, welcome to Clyde. And Abe Morrison says to Wyan Nemitz, not tonight, my friend. Setting back for a loss. Back to the 44-yard line. And I'm pretty sure that Perkins is going to punt the football.
Yeah, Abe Morrison, 6'2", 193. Nemitz, 5'4", 125. Not quite a match that you want to have your offensive man try to go up against.
That's a 12-play drive that started on the 12-yard line for Perkins. Now Clyde's offense got a chance to get their first successful drive of the night. There's the snap. It's slow. It's fumbled. Trying to pick it up. And nowhere to go. And they tackle him back at the Clyde 38. Oh, special teams blunder that time. Drake Venerucci, it was a low snap, squibbed through his legs. And now the Flyers have a little momentum, Mike. Let's see if their offense can continue.
Yeah, that's just a huge play right there for Clyde, being able to jump on that ball, get on that ball. And there was nowhere for him to go once he picked that up. So he's just lucky that somebody didn't try to scoop and score on that.
All right, so it's a fumbled snap on the punt. That's a third mistake by Perkins. So if Perkins is playing well, if they've had 3 mistakes in this ball game, and still there's no score.
Right, absolutely.
Let's see if the Flyers can convert, because they have been able to this year, Mike. So Clyde's got the football at the 38, moving right to left. Jaden Cook with it. He's going to go ahead and hand off, trying to get up the middle. Daniels, he's looking, boy. They stack him up. Nowhere to go. He went right, tried to cut back up the middle, Mike. I'm telling you, this defense from Perkins is really playing well. Of course, for Clyde, they've not really tried the outside of this defensive line. They're still going to their standard between the tackles, 2nd down and 10. Go down to Brad Bannister after this play. This is crucial for the Flyers. Their offense, wait till you get the offensive numbers for them in this first half.
Oh, yeah, they're gonna be pretty impressive, I'm sure.
For Perkins.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Clyde's now got a man in motion coming to the near side. Cook with it. Cook looking. Cook's going to throw it here. It's going to be caught. Complete. Breaking a tackle. Getting a first down. Getting down to the 24. And there, Andrew Cobble said, with the broken hand and the cast and everything, he says, give me the ball. First down, Clyde. One of the first downs of the ball game for them.
Yeah, that's what they got to do. Just some quick passes.
And that's a pickup of 13. And actually, you know, Cook has got a strong enough arm to hit those seam passes to the outside really well, Mike. Now they're going to drop Daniels back behind Cook. 3 receivers, the one in the slot, actually 2 out far wide, 1 near wide. Here comes a man in the slot, and I think that's Overmeyer. And here we go, handoff, trying to get to the outside. And Daniels does turn and spin, and he'll keep his feet moving. And he'll get to about the 22-yard line, 23. So he's going to pick up just a couple. But they have made running the football very difficult for the Clyde Flyers here tonight.
Yeah, they did a good job of just, you know, a lot of times we'll see Daniels go up in the line and be able to bounce it outside, but they're containing that and driving him right into that interior defensive line.
Which means play action in the middle of that defense could very well walk. Here comes Cook. He's going to throw. He's going to lob one out here. It's going to be over the hands. Oh, he had his guy open up there. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Who was that? Overmeyer in the flat, Brad?
Yeah, that was Overmeyer in the flat, and Jaden Cook did a nice job. But I tell you what, big number 81 for Perkins made it very difficult. What is he, Mike?
He's Tyler Yingling. He's 6'6", 220.
Oh, 6'6", yeah.
And you could see Cook having to lob that ball way up and over. Made Cook uncomfortable.
3rd down and 8. What a good call. They had Overmeyer open. 3rd down and 8. Clyde should probably be in 4-down territory here. Here comes the man in motion, is Griffin Nuss. Cook looking, high snap, he's back. He does have time. They're going to go flush him out of the pocket. Cook's going to look over here. He's going to look to run, switches to the left side. He just gets out of bounds at the 27 back. Doesn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss. And Clyde now is going to be 4th down and probably 11.
Yeah, that was going to be a little throwback. He was looking like he was going to the right, and looked back. But they had it covered. Perkins was not going to allow that to happen. They covered up the back to the left side of that offensive line.
We're going to have a timeout by the Flyers. We'll keep it right here, 3:40 to go. And, of course, we've got to thank our good friend Dennis and Zabo sending us a text from over in Bellevue. Told us that they're going to have Bone Boys over there today. Well, Bone Boys is great. Don't get me wrong. They take good care of the folks over there in Bellevue, but Blue Collar Bistro takes real good care of our crew here in Clyde, so we're pretty happy with that. So big fourth down, Brad Bannister. The Flyers have not been able to find any momentum offensively. It's kind of like they're a little bit of grabbing at straws. What do you think needs to happen out there?
Well, they really got a nice momentum booster here by getting that turnover in good field position. They're going to have to find a way to neutralize that defensive line of Perkins. That front four for Perkins doing a great job stymieing the offensive line, the running game. They're going to have to look for something quick. I'm thinking over the middle here somewhere, John.
That's so Brad Bannister giving us his thoughts. Mike, in your case, Clyde's got to have some quick hitters to open that defense up, because right now they're setting up in the box, Mike, and really playing some pretty good defense.
Yeah, the thing that Perkins has been able to do, they've been able to put pressure and get people behind that offensive line. So they're going to have to find a way to cut that and slow that rush down.
I know Clyde just brought Overmeyer off the field. He's not hurt. One receiver to the far, three to the far side. Daniels right next to Cook. Cook looks up the line of scrimmage. They got 4 on the foul. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 back in the mid-level with one safety back there. And we're going to have another timeout. Clyde's going to take another timeout. We'll take a wild card timeout, 3:40 to go in this ball game. We're tied. We'll be back after this.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry. And I wanted to keep playing, but I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. A referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And as we get back to action, Clyde back to throw, and Cook trying to buy some time. Rolls to the right, tries to hit his receiver, but it's going to be picked off by Jason Tom, the junior, is going to pick it off and put an end to the Clyde drive, and it'll be 1st and 10, Perkins at their own 20-yard line. So the Flyers with a mistake on that side, Mike.
Yeah, there was enough pressure on him that he had to kind of roll to that way and try to throw on the run, and Tom did a nice job of just cutting right in front of the offensive man. Now, Perkins has got a
lot of time.
A back trying to run in.
3 backs back there. They're going ahead and try to run that sprint draw to the outside to Nemitz, and he's going to keep his feet moving. He's down the right sideline. Here he goes. He's going to get almost to midfield. So what they do, Mike, is they load it up with 3 backs, and the 2 go out there, just getting out in front and blocking. Yep. Kind of a version of what Bellevue would do, okay? And they try to get Nemitz to the outside, let him find the seam. Boy, he rocketed up, big pickup, all the way from the 20 to the 48-yard line.
Hey, John, Nimitz coughed that ball up, and it landed in his other teammate's hands, and he ran it up there. I mean, it could have easily been a Clyde ball.
Wow. Okay, well, we couldn't see it from the side, so thanks so much, Brad. So here we go. Handoff up the middle, trying to find some yardage. We'll pick up a few, get just across midfield to the 49.
Yeah, he's running into a solid wall right there. Once he gets those feet moving, heading downfield, ran into Walker Britt, and he just stopped dead in his tracks.
All right, 2nd down, and we'll say 8 at the 50. 2:39 and counting, no score in this ball game. And they're going to go ahead, and Nemitz coming to this near side, trying to get the outside. He's got a block, and he's going to get to the outside. There he goes. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. He's at the 10, 5, touchdown Perkins. And we got a flag.
We got a
right in front of us out here. And it
hold on, number 14. Venerucci, who sprung that block right there, and he was able to, I don't think, that if he wouldn't have held, that would have probably been down right there.
So Perkins is going to shoot themselves in the foot and have it. So Perkins has had a interception. They've muffed the punt. They've had a fumble. Now they're going to have a touchdown called back by penalty. And if you're a coach at Perkins and you go in there, Jalen said, listen, there's no score here, and we've messed it up 4 times.
Yeah. And
you guys don't think you can win this football game?
Right.
On the other side, Coach Carter's going to say, listen, how many more opportunities do you guys need?
Yeah, and that's a situation right there that they've shown right there that once they can get it out to the outside, he's got wheels to move.
They're going to give it to him again to the left side. This time he gets hit, thrown for a loss. Oh, my. Mason Ash, I tell you what, he is playing well tonight for Clyde.
That was another blue-collar bistro big stick of the game.
Tell you what, get thrown back to the 46. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 10, actually 3rd down and 12 at the 46 of Clyde. Big play here. 1:54 to go. 5 receiver set. We know that Logan Lesch's MO so far has been hit the big guys across the middle. He's got 4 receivers. 4 receivers right now in the pattern that are over 6'3". He's back, and we're going to have a penalty. And what's it going to be? And the official will come over.
Signaling offsides again.
Another offsides on Clyde. That'll be their 3rd defensive offside tonight.
Now, Brad, can you tell? I mean, from where you're at, I don't know if you could tell or not, being down at that end. But are they lining up offsides? Are they jumping across?
The previous ones, I didn't see this one as well, but the previous ones, they were kind of coming across the line of scrimmage, so I didn't get a look on that.
Okay.
All right, 3rd down now, and we'll call it 7. 1:40 to go, no score, but on the Clyde side of the field. Here comes Perkins, 3 receivers on the near side, 2 to the far, so we got 5 receivers set. Lesh is going back. He's going to quick throw it out here. It's going to be possession pass caught. He's got the defender out there. He gets hit, but they will get the first down. Stood up at about the Clyde 41-yard line. A pickup of 8, just enough to get the first down and keep the clock and the ball in favor of Perkins.
Yeah, that was a nice job getting that ball out to Jaden Rowe, 6'4", 200 pounds.
Mike has been the downfield blocking of the receivers, which has been spectacular for Perkins here tonight.
And it's been very impressive for Wyatt Nemitz, who is he's a sophomore, 5'4", 125, had a nice stalk block out there.
All right, 3 to the near, 2 to the far. Lesh back at the 45 of Clyde. Clyde defense has been resilient all night tonight. Can they hold Perkins back one more time? 1:12 and counting. Lesh stands back at the 46, moving left to right. He's back to throw. He's looking deep. He's going to step out in the pocket, throw across the middle. Incomplete. And that time, I think your friend there, Wyatt Nemitz, saw Abe Morrison coming his way, and footsteps caught his attention.
Yeah, and again, when you got Morrison, who's 193, and you're only weighing 125, yeah, you're going to be looking.
You're going to think a little bit. All right, 2nd down and 10, 1:02. Again, remember we did say that in pregame, we saw 45-yard field goals in pregame from the kicker for Perkins. If they get in field goal range, they'll try to get a score in this first half. 9 seconds in the play clock, counting down. 1:02 here. It's at 5. Lesh is back. He's going to quick out it here. Again, going to get it to Nemitz. Nemitz is going to get tackled, and we got another penalty. It should be another hold against Perkins. So now we know why Perkins is getting to the outside so much, Mike. The officials are starting to call them holds. Holding again.
Yeah, that's
a penalty that could hurt him right there.
Yeah, when you're looking at possibly being able to get in field goal range, now you're looking at having to get that ball down the field. And
well, he was kicking he just bounced it off the rim at 45. So he's got to get down to 35. He's got to get down to the 32 maybe. No, down to the 30. You know, they've got ways to go. It's 2nd down, and we're going to call it. Well, they don't even have the math up on the board yet, but it looks like about 20. 2nd down, and we'll say 20 with 47 seconds and counting right now. Right now, Perkins, I think, will try to take at least one shot. Looking to the left side. Jalen Santoro, 2nd year as a head coach at Perkins, has got his team playing well here in the first half. And the quarterback keeper up the middle, and he's nowhere to go as Overmeyer comes up there and just wrestles him down with a host of Clyde players. That'll be 3rd down and 20, and the clock will probably run out.
Yeah, and no timeouts for either team left, so this is going to be, that was the last play of the half.
They're going to spot it at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, 10 seconds to go. And let's see what they want to do. Nemitz is going to light up on this side. Maybe they're going to throw it to him and see if he can find a way. 2 seconds, 1 second, and they get it up. They get it off, and he's going to look to throw. He's going to get it across the middle, and it's going to be caught. That'll be the end of the first half. So at the end of the first half, we have 0 score. It's been quite a chess match. First half goes to Perkins Pirates. No score on the clock. Clyde will get the ball to start the second half. Stay tuned for our halftime show. So glad you've been with us. Stay tuned here on 92.1 The Wolf.
Hi, I'm Nick Cray, CEO of Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1 The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Investing our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Whether it's for the community we live in or guiding people with the biggest financial decisions of their lives, we believe in people helping people. Investing in our communities and our youth is what we're all about. Visit us today at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by the NCUA.
Eric from Wendy's here to tell you about our newest addition to the Made to Crave menu, the Big Bacon Cheddar Sandwich. It all starts with a fresh, never frozen patty or a classic chicken filet. Add American cheese, our new bacon jam, 3 strips of bacon, onion tanglers, creamy cheddar cheese spread, and a new toasted cheddar bun. Take a bite into this sweet, cheesy sandwich for a taste like never before. Parlay this amazing sandwich with Wendy's new and improved fries, and you'll be saying, now that's my Wendy's.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
From the Ohio News Network, this is the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football. Named Best Sports Program in the Country by the National Association of State Radio Networks. Tonight in High School Football is presented by Beck's Hybrids. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
And hi again, everyone. Welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime reports. This evening we'll talk a little Southwest Ohio football as we head to the Queen City and visit with longtime Cincinnati high school reporter Mike Dyer. Mike joins us next on the Ohio News Network.
Beck's recognizes this week's player with heart, Colton Gebhardt from Springfield Local High School, for his commitment and passion on the field and within the farming community.
The chemistry and the brotherhood that's been built. I've been playing with kids growing up with middle school and high school, and it's just really built a lot of brotherhood and everything, you know?
Yes, football is important to Colton, but it's not his only love. He's also an aspiring firefighter.
To get my firefighting certification coming out of there. So my junior year last year, I got my Fire 1 certification. Then my senior year this year, we're currently working on our Fire 2, and then in the spring we'll get our EMT.
So football, fire, and farming.
It means a lot, everybody helping out each other, working on a farm, growing up and everything. And it's just really showed me what hard work means and everything, and how to, provide for your family, and more so just provide for your community. It feels really good that people want to buy your stuff and support you.
At Beck's, we are and will remain farmers at heart.
The holidays will be here before you know it. Are you and your home ready for hosting all that extended family, extended meals, and extended wear and tear on your floors? Get ahead of the holiday hustle. Right now at Lottich & Sons Flooring America, it's the family-friendly flooring sale. Save big before the holidays and get special financing. Shop in-store and online. When it comes to flooring, trust the place where friends send friends. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Dave Hare Allstate Insurance is an agent that will answer questions in person and get you a quote for coverage on the things that matter most to you. If you need a home, auto, or life insurance, you can count on Dave Hare Allstate Insurance to get you the price that is right for your needs and your budget. You're in good hands with Dave Hare Allstate Insurance. Visit them at 524 West Perkins Avenue in Sandusky, or give them a call at 419-626-9444. That's 419-626-9444, or visit them online at davehare@allstate.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
We are presented by Beck's Hybrids. At Beck's, they are and will remain farmers at heart. And welcome back, everyone. Halftime of your game as we talk a little Southwest Ohio high school football this evening, and welcome in longtime Cincinnati high school reporter Mike Dyer, now at WCPO.com. Great follow on Twitter at Mike Dyer. And Mike, thanks for your time. Let's begin with Division I. We have to start with the defending state champion St. Xavier. Boy, they've looked as good, if not better, than they did a year ago when they won the whole thing.
Skip, it's really amazing. I mean, they're in some rarefied air right now when you talk about what the Bombers have accomplished. Number 10 nationally by Max Preps. 5 of the past 6 games, Skip, have been running clocks, including the 2020 state final when they defeated Pickerington Central. So, you're talking about just a complete team right now. And talked to elder coach Doug Ramsey this week. He says, I don't see any weaknesses on film, and that's surely saying something. But as you talk to Steve Speck there, he's been at this a long time, head coach since 2004, won multiple state titles. It's a process, and so they're not going to get ahead of themselves there on North Bend Road, but they're going to take it one step at a time and hope to win the GCL South first and foremost.
You know, they took care of Moeller pretty handily a week ago. Can they, or maybe somebody like a Princeton or a Lakota East or West, challenge St. X should they meet up in the postseason there in Region 4?
You know what? I mean, I think a lot of people on paper saw going into the season Lakota West would be the early favorite, I guess, after that memorable regional final just a year ago. But 31-14, St. X took care of business at home week 1. And really, it seems like in the past few weeks, the Bombers have really kind of separated themselves. So when it all is said and done, maybe another St. X Lakota West regional final matchup, but a lot of football to be played. And right now, it just looks like the Bombers are head and shoulders above everybody else.
In Division II, Mike, LaSalle has looked terrific. Kings, it seems like they're always good. Who has the best shot from down there as far as coming out of Region 8?
You know what? I think LaSalle right now, but 4-0, and the only loss was to IMG Academy, which is nothing to hang your heads on there. But, Kings certainly doing a great job. Alex Garvin, 5-0. They had an excellent season last year. Avenged the playoff loss to Winton Woods earlier in this regular season. Withrow, give Withrow a lot of credit. They're doing some great things there. 5-0 start for the first time since 2004, and Turpin also playing well at 4-1 right now in the ECC.
We're talking a little Cincinnati area high school football with Mike Dyer this evening. And Mike, don't want to forget about the smaller schools in Division 4, Wyoming and McNicholas. It seems like they're solid year in and year out, and this year is no different.
Wyoming has a 52 consecutive regular season win streak right now, Skip, and that's tops in the entire state of Ohio in all 7 divisions. So Coach Aaron Hancock with his 100th win a week ago, and McNicholas doing a great job, 5-0 start for Coach Mike Orlando. So those are 2 teams you definitely want to watch in Division 4.
And down to Division 5, Marymount and Madera both look very strong right now as well.
Yeah, the Cincinnati Hells League is very strong. As I just mentioned, Wyoming, they're tops of the standings, but Marymount 4-1, Madera 4-1, and Reading doing a great job at 4-1. Their only loss coming to Wyoming. So Madera plays at Reading Friday night, and that should be definitely a game to watch.
Mike, there's such good high school football, obviously, down there in Cincinnati. Does it get lost in the shuffle, so to speak, as to how good it is, sometimes in a pro town where, the Reds are always going to be number 1, the Bengals, and obviously you have to throw UC in the mix down there as well right now?
Yeah, I tell you what, Skip, it's a busy time if you're a football fan following all this, but I think people of Greater Cincinnati know how important high school football is to the fiber of this community. And each and every year we have a team, if not one team, maybe 2 or 3 teams knocking on the door for a state championship. So I think it's pretty well known. And when you see Cincinnati Bengals like Joe Mixon showing up at Nippert Stadium watching the Moeller St. X game last week, I think that's a telltale sign.
He is Mike Dyer, longtime Cincinnati area high school reporter. Fans around the state can check out your work at WCPO.com. Great follow on Twitter as well, at Mike Dyer. Mike, we always appreciate your time. Love talking high school football with you, okay?
Thank you, Skip.
And we'll be back to wrap up this week's edition of the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football Halftime Report, presented by Beck's Hybrids, next on the Ohio News Network.
Farmers at heart. At Beck's, that's who we are. For over 100 years, the Beck family has lived and farmed in central Indiana. Today, we're proud to serve a dedicated community of farmers in Ohio. To us, helping farmers succeed means so much more than just being a great seed supplier. Our family of employees and dealers are committed to helping farmers seek new challenges, push boundaries, and innovate in an ever-changing industry. That's what makes Beck's different. We love what we do. We are, and will remain, farmers at heart.
I'm Scott Demaro, president of the Ohio Education Association. I'm proud to bring you tonight's game on behalf of OEA's 123,000 members. We teach in the public schools and state universities. We drive your kids to school, serve them lunch, and keep our schools clean and safe. We also coach the teams on the field. We're committed to making sure every student has the opportunity to experience the joy of learning and to succeed, regardless of where they live or their family's income. We believe in great public schools for all students.
My job is to ask you about life insurance. Please don't make it my job to tell your family you didn't have any. At Welty Insurance Group, they're here to put your mind at ease with life insurance that will work with you for a policy that has your family's future covered. Life insurance is because you love them. Our family protecting yours. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance. Call today, 419-334-4477.
Miller's Super Value in Clyde is the place to shop for great savings on groceries. Each week, hundreds of items are discounted to help you save even more. Make sure you check out their expanded meat department. For a great supper shop, Miller's extensive deli for fried chicken, wings, great salads, and side dishes. Take and bake pizza and fresh daily sushi is now available. Miller's Super Value in Clyde, your hometown grocery, is proud of tonight's players.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
This is ONN.
Just how good is Cincinnati area football right now? The top 1 or 2 teams in divisions 1 through 4 are all from the Queen City or the surrounding area. Our thanks once again to Mike Dyer for joining us tonight. Again, fans around the state can check his work out at WCPO.com. Also a great follow on Twitter to stay up to date on Southwest Ohio football at Mike Dyer. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
This has been the Ohio Education Association Tonight in High School Football, presented by Beck's Hybrids. A reminder, you can listen to many of our affiliate broadcasts from across the state at onnradio.com from the Ohio News Network.
Hi, I'm Nick Cray, CEO of Fremont Federal Credit Union. We're proud to sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1 The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Stop into any of our convenient offices or visit us online at fremontfcu.com to check out the credit union difference. We offer local decision-making on loans, making the process fast and easy for our members. Visit us today at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Jen from Sunrise Cooperative. Since 2009, we have been a proud supporter of Fueling the Cure. The Fueling the Cure initiative is for research at The Ohio State University to help find experimental medicines and foods to benefit people afflicted with cancer. Without our customers, this initiative would not exist. And thanks to you, we have donated over $1.5 million. Every propane delivery is another dollar donated to the cause. Call us at 419-668-3955. Fueling the Cure with Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Planning ahead just makes sense. Let Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home help give you peace of mind. They understand and want you to know that by making arrangements in advance, they can help you create a celebration of a lifetime and spare your family unnecessary stress. Get started today with a free booklet filled with funeral planning information and ideas. Call or visit them at HannemanFH.com. Hanneman Chudzinski Keller Funeral Home. They've expanded their family to better serve yours. Looking for insurance but have a language barrier? See Welty Insurance Group for a comprehensive quote that you can understand. Welty agents will take the time to explain policies and benefits to you, even in Spanish or sign language. Our family protecting yours. Call Welty Insurance Group for insurance quotes you can trust at 419-334-4477. Welty Insurance Group, representing Erie Insurance in Sandusky, Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, and Cary, and at weltyinsurance.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Robert J. Bishop's Junior Stadium here in Clyde, the campus of Clyde High School. Our score, there is none. It's 0-0 at half. Neither team able to get across that goal line, Mike Martin, but lots of chances, and primarily a ball game that has statistically been dominated by the Sandusky Perkins Pirates. Perkins got the ball. Clyde kicked it off. They did a onside kick. Had a chance to recover it, could not do it, so then they got penalized for kicking it out of bounds. And Perkins got the ball on the Clyde 42 to start the ball game. They ran for about 4, then ran for about 5 plays. Actually, the Clyde had a penalty and moved it to the 33. They had first and short. They decided to go deep on the sideline pattern, and Plummer pulled up the first turnover by Perkins, and he intercepts the ball. Clyde, though, got it on the 2. They were lucky just to get enough room for Jaden Cook to punt it. He did punt it, and Perkins got the ball at the 49 of their own side of the field. Then they ran 6 plays. As they got down to Clyde 34, Overmeyer was able to pull a fumble up, and Clyde ball again. Clyde at their own 41. They could basically get 5 yards, and that was it. They had a punt after 5 plays. Perkins got the ball in their own 26, and they ran an 11-play drive, Mike, all the way down to the 19. But then they got a sack back to 22, then a sack back to the 30, turned it over and downs. Clyde got it at the 21-yard line. They ran 3 plays and out. They had one nice 12-yard pass play, but they have not been able to run the football at all tonight. So therefore, really playing into that Perkins defense. And Perkins gets the ball after a great punt by Cook down at the 12-yard line, and they run a 12-play drive all the way down to the Clyde 44. But this time it's a bad snap. The punter fumbled it. Clyde picked it up and got it at the own 38 of Perkins. They ran 6 plays that could get no closer than the 23. And then Jaden Cook flushed out of the pocket on a 4th and 10. He threw his first interception of the night. Perkins got the ball at the 20. They ran 10 plays. Had a big run all the way. Their first play was a 28-yard run by Nemitz, which really, as Brad Bannister stated, Nemitz lost the ball. It popped into one of his teammates' hands, and they together ran it 28 yards to the 48. The Clyde defense stiffened up, threw them backwards, and that's how halftime ended. So we're going to take our first time out. We'll come back and we'll get the stats from Mike, and it won't be alarming when you find out how the numbers play out. We'll get Brad Bannister in on this one. It's a beautiful night in Clyde. We have no score, and these two teams at 4-1. It has been an uneven matchup that's played out to 0-0. Second half's going to matter. Clyde will get the ball first. Let's see if their offense can find themselves, give their defense a break. On the other side, you know eventually Perkins is going to go ahead and get across that end zone. So should be a good second half play. Glad you're with us. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more after this at Bishop Stadium on 92.1 The Wolf.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
All right, what's your name?
I'm Landon Sims.
And what grade are you in?
6th.
And what sports do you play?
Football, basketball, and baseball.
What's your favorite sport?
Football.
What's your favorite part of football?
Hitting.
And what position do you play?
Quarterback.
What do you love about quarterback?
That you get to throw the ball.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
ACJ Overhead Door of Fremont are your installation and service experts, specializing in both residential and commercial garage doors and operators. Don't risk trying to do the repairs yourself, especially when it comes to broken springs. Let the professionals at ACJ take care of that for you. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, ACJ offers a full line of doors from economy to premium to fit any budget with free estimates on installation. ACJ Overhead Door, serving Sandusky and surrounding counties. For more information, call 419-341-6586 or online at acjoverheaddoor.com.
Get the ultimate in carpet performance that is pet and kid friendly with carpeting from Fremont Floor Covering. See the new styles that are made of sure soft nylon with built-in microban technology and a lifetime pet and soil resistant warranty. This carpeting is also backed by a 100-day consumer satisfaction warranty. See store for details. For easy maintenance carpet, get to Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street in Fremont. Good luck for a winning season.
Dave Hare Allstate Insurance is an agent that will answer questions in person and get you a quote for coverage on the things that matter most to you. If you need a home, auto, or life insurance, you can count on Dave Hare Allstate Insurance to get you the price that is right for your needs and your budget. You're in good hands with Dave Hare Allstate Insurance. Visit them at 524 West Perkins Avenue in Sandusky or give them a call at 419-626-9444. That's 419-626-9444 or visit them online at davehare@allstate.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to Bishop Stadium. It's halftime. We have no score in this big tussle between Perkins and Clyde. It doesn't get any easier for the Flyers. They got to go to Columbia next week. But tonight, it's been their defense keeping them in the ball game. Perkins, on the other hand, they've turned the ball over like 3 or 4 times and no score to show for it. So something's going to break. But Mike Martin, give us the stats and tell us how the first half played out.
All right, when you look at what we've got going on here, Perkins had 9 first downs, Clyde had 2. Rushing yards, Perkins had 91, Clyde had 17. Passing yards, Perkins had 79, Clyde had 22. Total net yards, Perkins 170, Clyde a measly 39. Perkins lost 1 fumble, Clyde has not fumbled the ball. Penalties, Perkins had 3 penalties for 31, Clyde a total of 6 penalties on the night for 38 yards. Time of possession, this is really skewed. Perkins 17:33, Clyde 6:27. Rushing yards, Nemitz had 18 attempts, 84 yards. Lesh had 5 attempts, 21 yards. For Clyde, these are not good. Michael Daniels had 5 attempts for 4 yards. Jaden Cook had 2 attempts for 13 yards. Dylan Overmeyer had 1 attempt for 8 yards. Passing, Lesh is 9 of 13, 1 interception for 79 yards. Jaden Cook is 3 of 8, 1 interception for 22 yards. Receiving, Nemitz had 3 catches for 9. Rowe had 3 catches for 32. Verrucci had 1 for 22, and Nixon had 1 for 18. For Clyde, Andrew Cobble had 1 for 13. Knopf had 1 for 8, and Caden Olsen had 1 for 1.
All right, let's get Brad Bannister down on the sideline. First of all, get an update for our Holler sheet metal temperature, game time temperature, and environment, if you could, Brad, and then give us your thoughts on that first half.
John, right now it's about 61, 62 degrees down here. Very, very slight wind, so absolutely gorgeous night for football in the second half here. My thoughts, that the crowd is very into this game because it's close, but you can just sense, like, it's just everybody's waiting for that big play to happen.
Yep.
And right now, I think everybody's expecting it to happen on Perkins' end just because of how they've dominated this game. Clyde's going to have to find a way to move that ball down the field a little bit.
Yeah, Mike, that Clyde defense has been very resilient between the 20s, and they've done a good job to keep Perkins out of a scoring zone. But Perkins has really, like I said, they've thrown the kitchen sink at him. They've done quarterback draws. They've done nice slant patterns, timing patterns. They've converted big third downs. I mean, everything would tell you that Perkins should be up in this ball game at least 21-0, but there's no score.
No, there's no score. And they've only really tried to go downfield one time, and that was on the second play of the game. And they threw an interception when they tried to get the ball to their big wide receiver, Rowe. And Plummer was right there to be able to pick that off. So that's really been about the only time that they went downfield trying to get their receivers in a deep pattern. Most of it's been slants, not a whole lot of just little out patterns. Most of it's been coming across the middle. So, Clyde, they're going to have to find a way to get Daniels running the ball. Daniels, coming into this game, had 518 yards, so over 100 yards a game average, and right now he's held under 10 yards of rushing.
So, Mike, you're Coach Carter. You're going to the halftime. You know what you say to these kids is critically important because right now they know that they're getting beat, even though there's no score. What do you tell them to get their heads back in the game?
Well, right now you got to tell them, okay, that half it's 0-0, and it is 0-0. So forget that half. Go out there, play like you know how to play. Do the things that we've done in practice, and we can get back in this ballgame. They've proven that they've been able to do that and be able to keep themselves close enough to be able to get back into the ballgame. So one thing that they're definitely going to have to do is find a way to get Michael Daniels those extra yards because we know once he gets into the linebackers, he's able to run and break a lot of tackles and get some big yards.
And Brad Bannister, if you're on the sideline and you're Jalen Santoro, you're looking at your kids, you dominated the first half with no score. What do you tell your kids?
I tell them, guys, we've done everything we can except put the ball in the end zone. We're playing well. We're doing everything we need to do except these small things. Let's clean it up in the second half, and let's put this game away. That's what I tell them.
All right, well, we're going to find out which one of you guys is right And it is ready for the second half of football. Clyde will get the ball to start the half. Let's see what happens. And here's the kickoff. It's going to be a squibber up. It's going to bounce high and be picked up on the backside by Miracle. Miracle is going to return the football all the way up to about they're going to spot him at the 30. Let's see where they spot it. At the 38-yard line. Nice return by Miracle.
Yeah.
Clyde's 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line with the ball. No score, as you said, Mike. It's time to mentally reload and start this football game over. It's a matter of 24 minutes of football to see who wants to win.
No, that's something that, just starting fresh right now. See what they can do. This is a big series for Clyde right now.
Jaden Cook at quarterback. He's back to throw. He's rolling out. They're going to possession pass it out here. It's going to be incomplete. And Cook right now not has been as sharp, Mike, as we've seen him.
No, and I think, that time he's running a little more lateral instead of stepping up and squaring his shoulders and getting into the throw. Jaden Cook, he can do it. He has the ability. He just got to settle down, and they're going quick.
And there it goes again. Cobble's going to get it. Cobble keeps his feet and is very close to the first down at the 46-yard line. It should be 3rd down and short. So that's exactly what Clyde needs to do. I mean, they've not been able to penetrate that defense by Perkins. So they're going to give to Daniels, and Daniels nowhere to go. They read it, and they sacked him back, Mike. They threw him for a loss back to the 44. Not a good choice by the Clyde offense. You knew that they were going to stack that middle.
Sam Sturzinger was right there. I mean, he was coming across the line. And again, like we've said, John, Clyde needs to mix up that cadence a little bit because they're coming. As soon as he makes that slap, they're coming.
It seems to me like the Perkins defense, when Clyde's in a running situation, they could misdirect these guys. Here comes a man in motion, and that's Olsen. 14-0 after 3 for Bellevue. And there's a punt, and Cook is going to kick it off the side of his foot, and he is beside himself. And the ball's going to go forward, and he luckily gets it to go down to the 31-yard line. So with that quick punt, Cook has misfired here tonight for Clyde.
Yeah, and, his first punt was very similar to that one. His second punt was about a 55-yard punt. So, obviously he's got the ability to do it. He's just going to have to settle down and be able to get it under control to be able to get this taken care of.
Maybe Jaden Cook feels like he's got to do too much. I don't know, but someone needs to sit and talk to him and get him right. All right, so here we go. Perkins, let's see what adjustments they make. 2 receivers to the far side. There's a muff fumble, and Nemitz has it, and he's going to pick it back at the 25. So Clyde, a benefactor of a bad snap. That'll be a loss of 6.
I guarantee that's not what Jalen was telling his team, to go ahead and fumble the ball the first time. And, again, just giving Clyde every break and opportunity possible right now.
Well, let's see what plays out. There's a snap, hand off to Nemitz. He gets it out, bounce to the outside. He's going to break a tackle and get a yard or two, but that's about it.
Nice job of Dylan Overmeyer coming in from the left side, just sliding down the line to be able to make that tackle.
I mean, obviously we cover Clyde and Bellevue a lot. We've seen a lot of good defensive players. I don't know that we've seen a linebacker play as well as Dylan Overmeyer.
No, he's been able to step up. He's got a lot of experience. He's been started for the last 3 years.
All right, so they're going to pick up 2 on that one. They're going to get to about the 20. Where's the ball spotted at? At about the 27. All right, 3rd down. We're going to call it 14. Double backs. Looking to throw. Seam pattern down the right side, and we're going to have incomplete. And it's going to be incompletion. And, of course, Jaden Rowe looking for a little interference there. And to tell you what, Mike, they let him play on that one.
Yeah, they did let him play. There was a little bit of hand checking going on right there, and maybe a little bit, I'm going to hold that arm down so you can't get it up to catch that ball. But the official along that sideline didn't see anything that he thought would be interference, so let the play go, and Perkins is back there to punt.
So both teams misfire on their first possessions. We're still 0-0 in this ball game. We're going to have a penalty. It's going to be, what is the problem going to be?
Legal participation, I believe. Too many men on the field for Clyde?
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Nope, he took the flag back.
That's because he struggled with math.
It counted an extra jersey out there that wasn't there.
Well, that's okay. It happens.
Yeah, it made up for it.
All right, 4th down and 14. Looking for the kick. There's the snap. It's another fumbled one, and they're going to finally kick it off, and somehow he does get it off. It's going to bounce and give Perkins a pretty good roll to the Clyde 43-yard line. How he got that off, I don't know, but they did and avoided another huge potential problem. Let's see if the Clyde offense can find themselves.
Yeah, Venerucci's got to be able to handle those snaps. That's two in a row that he's like, go.
They're at his shoe tops.
Yeah, but still, you got to be able to handle those things.
But he did.
That time he did.
He kicked it out. Absolutely. Coach Ryan Carter's got to find a way for his offense to get moving. Right now, this could come down to a field goal game like this. The way it's being played right now. All right, so 1st and 10, Clyde at their own 43, moving left to right, 9:15 in the ball game. Here comes Miracle in motion. They fake it him. They're looking out here for possession. Oh, they got a guy wide open down the seam. And it's going to be cut, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, Cobble by the safety, and Cook put it right in stride. Touchdown, Clyde.
That's what Jaden Cook can do right there. He can compose himself, and he can make the big play. That was a perfect pass hit Cobble in stride. Cobble, with the big cast on his hand, was able to haul that in and outrun the safety to get into that end zone. Jaden Cook just redeemed himself by putting that ball right where it needed to be.
Yes, he did. In for the extra point. Get ready back at the station. We'll take our quarter timeout. Cook is going to hold. Important point. Snap, down, hold, kick up. Kick is up, and kick is good. So, our athletic scoreboard for the first time tonight is Clyde 7, Perkins nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. We'll take a timeout after this. I guess we won't take a timeout.
That's okay.
All right, we'll keep it right here. So Brad Bannister that time, I thought Clyde ran a different motion. They ran Miracle from the right side to the left, and then Cook rolled to his right and had enough time to plant and hit Cobble in perfect position.
Oh, yeah. Cobble came from this far side of the stadium here. He just ran a deep kind of slant pattern, and just an incredible job by the line giving Cook some time to throw because he hasn't had a lot of time tonight.
No. Everything's been a rollout to a short pass, but that time, great protection by the offensive line. Touchdown, Clyde, Mike. So our first score of the ball game comes on one play.
Yeah, and you can see when he gets the opportunity to square his shoulders up, he can put the ball exactly where it needs to be.
Here's the kickoff. It's going to be short. They don't want
going
Nemitz,
out of bounds.
Yeah, they don't want Nemitz to run it back, as I wouldn't either. And they'll get the ball, at the 35. So I tell you what, interesting. It's one of those games that
you were just kind of waiting
who's going to make a play.
And that's kind of like what Brad said. Who's going to make that big play? When's that big play going to happen? And now we'll see if Perkins can respond with the big play of their own.
So the ball will be spotted, at the 40.
Went out of bounds at the 35 and a 5-yard penalty tacked onto that.
All right. 1st and 10, moving right to left. Lesh has got 3 receivers to the far side and 2 to the near. And let's see how patient Perkins wants to be right now, Mike. Nemitz is in a pass pattern right now. Lesh looking like he's throwing. Now here comes Nemitz in motion. They're going to give it to him around the corner. He gets missed by one, but not by another. And he'll get to about the line of scrimmage. Great pursuit by the Clyde defense.
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer came up from his inside linebacker spot to force that back inside, force it right into Blue Norman. Blue Norman was able to make a big stick and get him down on the ground.
Little adjustment by the Clyde Flyers on that pitch to the outside. They stayed at home and played well. 2nd down and 10. 8:38 to go here in the third quarter of play. Clyde up 7-0. They're going to give it to Nemitz again. This time he's going to get stacked on the line of scrimmage again. And this time he'll pick up a yard to maybe the 41. So let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad Bannister right now, the Clyde defensive line is exerting themselves.
Yeah, doing a great job of plugging holes. The linebackers are stepping up like they have been all year, and they're looking good right now.
All right, so Lesh, he's got a 3rd and 8, 8-13. Clyde with the lead, 2 receivers to each side, and You got to believe Colin Nemitz has got to get the ball in his hands, Mike. He is the breakaway threat.
Yeah, they got to find a way to get him to the outside.
All right, back to throw. He's looking. He's going to slant Panner across the middle. It's incomplete. He threw it behind Drake Venerucci. He was open again. And of course, Venerucci comes in here at 6'4". They've got receivers that got height all over the place, but that pass is for nothing. And Perkins in a position where they got to punt the football, Mike. So the Clyde defense now has held Perkins to 2 3-and-outs to start this second half. No long drives.
Yeah, they did a nice job of stiffening up there when they tried to get the ball to the outside. It was a nice job of turning it back into the defensive line to make that stop. And right there, that pass was a little bit off, a little behind. We'll see if Venerucci can handle this snap.
See if he gets a good snap there. It's a good snap. Now he's going to step into it. He'll punt it. Boy, he barely gets it off. The line drives it. Caught. And it's going to be off to the left side at the 30 and get run out of bounds right at the 30-yard line and tackled hard out of bounds for Clyde. I believe that might have been Lozier with the return. And it'll be Clyde's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 30. So, Mike, that touchdown, does it breathe a little bit of life into this Clyde offense?
Well, I think that's going to loosen things up a little bit right now. They're going to have to watch. They're going to have to keep that safety a little bit deeper now.
Right.
And maybe not be able to send those linebackers quite as quick. But I don't think that Perkins is going to go away from their game plan, what they've been doing.
Oh, no. There's no need for them to do that, the way that they played here tonight. 1st and 10, moving left to right. Port Clinton over Edison, 24-0. We'll give you some other scores here in a minute. Bellevue's still on top of Norwalk, 14-0. Jaden Cook looks for the snap, and we're going to call something. And it's going to be procedure against Clyde. Boy, the penalties are starting to add up for the Flyers.
Yeah, that's their 8th penalty of the night.
Fremont Ross getting spanked right now over in Finley, 20-7. First time they've been down by 2 scores this season. And so the Little Giants have their halftime. Columbian over Sandusky, 26-7 at half. Oak Harbor over Vermilion, 42-0. Calvert, 28-0 over Margaretta. And the beat just keeps on rolling here. All right. So here we go. Now it's 1st and 15. Overmeyer in the ball game. And back. Looking out here. They're going deep again. They've got a man open, and it's caught! Oh, my! Did you see that? What a catch by Griffin Nuffs. Brought to you by Eye Centers of Northwest Ohio. C2020 with a customized eye care plan from Eye Centers. Mike Martin, what an unbelievable catch by Nuffs.
Nice adjustment, turn his back, be able to get his hands up and catch it in the hand.
And here comes Daniels with the ball. He cracks the goal line. Here he goes. He's at the 20, tackled at the 14-yard line. Now, all of a sudden, the Clyde offense has found the good cooking here at home.
They're loosening up that defense right now, and they're going a little tempo to keep that defense on their heels.
Here we go. Cook is going to throw it here. It's going to be caught. And it'll be tackled out of bounds at about the 8. So let's go down to Brad Bannister quickly. How things change.
Unbelievable, and that's all that matters is getting a little bit of MO going. And you said it, John, a little bit of breathe some life into him.
Here we go. Going to the outside, Daniels. He puts his head down, gets down to about the 5-yard line. How close does he do a first down? Brad, looks like he's going to be just a little short.
About 2 yards short, John.
All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 2. He's about the 8. Maybe needs to get close to the 5. Clyde in a position where the long ball has worked for them. Those defenders creeping up, and they said, let's throw it over top. That was an unbelievable catch.
Yeah, when Jaden gets the time to be able to throw that ball, he puts it right on the spot.
So Cook is climbing up under center. Is he? Clyde showing a double wing set with Daniels in the backfield. Right now, Cook is looking at his wristband. He's got 3 seconds to hike the ball. He's going to call a timeout. We'll take a timeout here. 6:27 to go. Clyde threatening. Be back right after this.
Frickin' football is here. Frickers has the games on all the screens, and you score with savings. Enjoy your favorite ice-cold domestic draft personal pitchers for only $6.50. A 48-ounce personal pitcher for only $6.50. And enjoy a plate of your favorite frickin' nachos for just $7. Take your frickin' pick. Frickin' chicken nachos, Mississippi barbecue nachos, or Nachos Supreme, only $7. This season, don't just be a football fan, be a Nacho fan. At the home for fun, food, sports, and spirits, Frickers.
PT Services, your premier hometown therapy provider, is now open at 1800 West State Street in Fremont, Ohio, offering physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech pathology, and wellness programs that focus on the health and well-being of our community. Their staff is dedicated to providing expert care as they help you achieve your goals. Ask your doctor to send you to PT Services Rehabilitation, providing individualized care to give you excellence in motion. For more information, visit them at ptsrehab.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And Clyde with the ball. They hand off to Dylan Overmeyer across the 5, down to about the 3. Let's go down to Brad Bannister.
Down to the 2-yard line, John.
All right,
Great
thank you.
run by Dylan.
So Clyde, 1st and goal, 6:13 mark, handoff, and we're going to have a penalty, what will be another procedure by Clyde. So what is going on with that offensive line?
I don't know. That's their 9th penalty of the evening.
And their 2nd here in this drive. So it'll still be 1st down and goal from the 7. And both teams have kind of shot themselves a little bit. Clyde up 7-0, and in the Fremont floor covering red zone, they're going to be on the left hash. Clyde's going to stack 2 receivers right here near us and 2 on the far side. Now here comes Cobble in motion. He's going to the left side. He's going to take his guy with him, 3 on the left side, and they're going to run this way. It's going to be a little give and go. And Cook is going to have to hold on to it, and he's going to get sacked. That time the receiver slipped down, and it was a single set receiver and unable to do it. And Clyde now is in a position, Mike, where they're going to have, 2nd down and goal at the 15, 16-yard line.
Yeah, Tyler Yingling was right there, and once he grabbed on to Cook, there was nowhere for him to go. He did a nice job of putting that ball away and going down to the ground so he didn't lose it.
Cook looks for it. He's rolling left. He's looking in the end zone. He throws right at the pylon and threw it at the pylon. The receiver kind of quit on the ball a little bit, Mike, and maybe went a little deeper what Cook thought was going to happen, but he's forced to throw that ball sooner than he wanted to.
Yeah, he did. He had a little bit of pressure on him, and that's one of those spot patterns where I'm going to throw it here, and you have to get there to get to that ball. And it's just, like you say, John, went a little bit too far into the end zone, didn't bring it back to that pylon.
Clyde had a 1st and goal at the 2. They've got 3rd and goal at the 15, so this drive has really sputtered for them. They need to come away with points, Mike.
Yeah, well, with that penalty and then the sack, obviously they're going the wrong way.
Maybe not in field goal range even for them. So here we go. Jaden Cook looking for a play. Here comes Nuffs in motion. High snap. He's being pressured. They're going to go ahead and hand off the middle, and they're going to run it off the middle that time. Get it down to the 10. Daniels will take it, set up right in the middle of the field. Let's see if Clyde's playing for a field goal or not.
Yeah, Spencer Brown was right there. He's a 6'3", 280-pounder. They will bring Daniels down.
Yep, and here we go. The Flyers going to come in and try and attempt a field goal. Got it right down the middle. You know what, both guys, Mike and Brad, pretty good idea for Clyde. They got the ball in the center of the field. The ball spotted at the 19. It'd be a 29-yard field goal attempt by Dickman. There's a snap. There's a hold. It's up. He kicks it end over, and it's going to be blocked. And it's no good. So the Perkins defense holds. And now the Clyde Flyers defense gets back on the field, and the chess match continues here. Clyde had a golden opportunity, Mike, to go up by 2 scores.
Yeah, we're on the 2-yard line, 1st and goal on the 2, and you come up empty. That obviously is demoralizing for your offense, and that puts a big boost into the Perkins Pirates right now.
All right, so let's see what Coach Santoro and the Pirates want to do. They got 3 receivers on the far side. They're going to give it to Nemesis, who they're going to give it to, and he's going to know it's going to be quarterback keeper, and he's going to turn the corner. Great fake out there that time by Logan Lesh. Good call, I have to say. I've really liked the play calling of Perkins tonight.
Absolutely, because the whole defense was headed to Neps. They were going right to where they thought he was going to come to the outside, and Lesh did a nice job of keeping that concealed and heading around to the corner and put them in a good field position.
They've had the big plays. That's a 21-yard gain. Right to left, Perkins. Clyde up 7-0. And the Flyers' mistakes have shot them, as the mistakes have also for Perkins. 2 receivers to our near side, 1 on the far side, but you've got now Wire in the backfield with Nemitz right there. Nemitz tries to turn the corner. He breaks one tackle. He goes to another and hurdles another player. And they jump up and down, but that's a pretty dangerous thing to do. In the ball game, gets it to the 47, picks up 7. It'll be a 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, that time he tried to go over top of Logan Homler, and Logan was able to get him by the leg and drop him. And, you know, when you try to go up over top like that, you hope you don't come down on your head.
So 2nd down and 3 at their own 47. They're going to do that misdirection play again. This time they're going to be in trouble. Lesh is just going to dump it out here. That was a busted play, Mike. Before they had tried the busted play, which was a called look. This time it was a busted play. And the Clyde coaches are saying, where's the intentional grounding? There was no one in the area, and to be honest, I don't think there was. Let's go down to Brad Bannister.
Yeah, there was nobody out here. I don't know if they're talking about him getting out of the pocket and throwing it up by the line of scrimmage, but definitely no one over here.
3rd down and 3. 5 receiver set. Keep an eye on the quarterback. He likes to keep it in these yardage situations, and that's Logan Lesh, a sophomore, 6'2". Going to see a lot of him over the next couple years, gentlemen. Here we go. He's looking back to pass. He's going to throw it across the middle. It's going to be caught. Boy, right in front of the linebacker. And they'll get the 1st down. And they got it out to Nemitz.
You know, John, that's one of those times where Caden Olson, he thought he was going to go for the ball. He cut in front of it, and that ball got past him, and that's why it was a big reception.
1st and 10. Here comes the quarterback. We're going to have a penalty over here on this side, and Logan Lesh is going to run to the outside. And what are we going to have? The penalty here. We're going to say, what's the call going to be, gentlemen? Legal shift. So, Perkins with a penalty here also. Abe Morrison out there trying to fire up his defense. He's talking to his fellas.
I don't know, Coach Carter going to take that 1st and 15 or 2nd and 10? What's he going to do?
He's going to take the yardage.
All right.
Spot the ball back at the 48. It'll be at the 48. The ball was at the 43. 3:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Clyde up 7-0. Here comes Wire again in the block. Generally, where Wire goes is where Nemitz is going to go. Let's see if that happens again here. 2 receivers to the far, 1 to the near. They got the tall package in here right now. Nixon at 6'3", and also Rowe at 6'4", and Vernucci at 6'4". They're going to flare it out here to Nemitz. It's going to be caught, and he's going to get hit, and he'll get loss of 2 yards. What an unbelievable play. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, the defenders and the linebackers came up to play.
Did a great job. They looked like they knew what was coming, how they had their formation set up, and the backers in the secondary ran right up and made a nice job, made a nice tackle.
2nd and 15. I tell you what, Perkins has bit off a lot of big chunk plays here in this ball game. 2 to each side. Lesh looking, Clyde showing a little blitz. Lesh will stand back. Nemitz behind him. Got the tall receiver package back in. Lesh standing at his own 45. He's back to throw. He's going to step in the pocket. He's going deep on the sideline. It's going to be incomplete. That time felt a little pressure, but that was just an underthrown pass, Mike.
Yeah, that was like you're not on the same page with your receiver Rowe out there, because Rowe went about 12 yards and Lesh threw it at about 8.
Yeah, well, he threw it at about 10, right?
Yeah, it just wasn't like they weren't matched up out there.
Well, actually, to be honest, I think Rowe went deeper. He went past the chains, and Lesh threw it at about 9-yard mark. Big 3rd down play. 3:01 to go in the 3rd. They've been able to convert. They've got 4 receivers in this set to run down the seam. He's going to step in the pocket. He's going to be flushed out. He's thrown across the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Oh, what a defensive play by the Flyers. And Brad Bannister, who made that one for Clyde?
That looked like, who was that? 45 jumped in front.
Adam Cobble.
Yep.
Adam Cobble jumped in front of that pass. Instead of trying to catch it, he just blocked it down. That was a great defensive play by Clyde, and will force, again, Perkins into another punt. So they've punted 3 and out, and now here again, this 2, 4, 6, 8, 9-play drive that they have to punt again. Good snap this time. Venerucci gets it high. Nice punt. Fair catch called for Clyde, and fielded at the 15. Clyde will have it 1st and 10 there. So we've got a 7-0 score. Clyde with the ball. Clyde with the lead at 2:48, Mike. So this third quarter, completely different complexion than the first half.
Absolutely, and you know, the big plays. You know, Clyde's had 2 big pass plays. You know, the second big pass play went for naught, but the first time that they were able to complete that ball down the field, they were able to then get Michael Daniels the ball, get some running game, and then get it in the end zone. So we'll see if they're able to get the ball down the field here again.
So Clyde in their own territory, as Mike stated, at the 15, 1st and 10. Jaden Cook at quarterback. He's looking out here. He's got a guy down the middle throwing again. It's going to be caught. Oh, another catch by Griffin Nuss on the money. Mike Martin, call it.
Jaden Cook is putting that ball exactly where it's got to be, where only Nuss is going to be able to catch that ball.
My goodness. And here's a possession pass out here, and it's going to be caught by Cobble. And to be honest, it looked to me like he dropped that, Mike.
Yeah, it kind of looked like it might have went up, but you got an official right here on this sideline that said, nope, he caught it.
Columbian 34, Sandusky 7. Oak Harbor 49-7 over Vermillion. Fumbled handoff to Daniels, and it's going to be Cook. Cook just has to fall on it. That's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, that's a rough play right there.
Right.
When you're moving the ball and you're getting some decent yardage, and then you have a bad snap like that that's down on the ground, and you got to fall on it. It was a smart job of falling on that ball, not picking it up and trying to do something with it, because that's when bad things happen.
Calvert over Margaretta 28-0, and Fremont still down 20-7 to Findlay. 3 receivers of the far side. Let's see what Jaden Cook does. He's looking for the snap. Edge back. Here comes the blitz. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to break out of it. He spins to the left side. He's got some running room. Jaden Cook's going to turn around for the first down, and he's going to lunge for it and get it. Oh, what a gutsy play by the quarterback.
I tell you,
he played Houdini.
He eluded that rush. He was wrapped up. Wire had him wrapped up dead to rights, and he was able to get out of that and scamper down the field to get that first down.
That's a quarterback that's found it. Here comes Daniels. He's trying to get the outside. He gets tackled around the neck. I tell you what, Tyler Yingling at 6'6", wrapped his arms and put a headlock on Daniels and threw him back for a loss of 3, almost a loss of 4, back to the 49.
Yeah, that's what Wire thought he was going to do to Cook, but Cook was able to get out of that, and what a special play that was.
2nd down and 13, 1:02 to go here in this third quarter. And Perkins dropping back. Here we go. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be incomplete. That ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage. And Clyde now is going to be in a 3rd down and 13 position, Mike. That pass will stop the clock with 50 seconds to go.
Yeah, if you're Perkins right here, you're going to put some pressure on.
Oh, absolutely.
When Jaden Cook has the time to stand back there and square up his shoulders, he's putting the ball directly where it needs to be. So you're going to have to put a little pressure on him. And if you're going to wrap him up, you better wrap him up all the way.
Clyde hasn't thrown a screen pass here yet today. Let's see if they throw a blitz at him. No, they're going to set back in coverage, it looks like. Cook's looking for it. Now here comes the side blitz. Cook's looking. He's got one down the side. It's going to be into the hands of Clyde. Touchdown, Cobble. A gunslinger has showed up in the second half for Clyde.
He threw that right over Jackson Tom. Jackson Tom thought he had the ball. He went up in the air, and Cobble, nice job. With the cast on his hand, we've seen him make 2 big catches tonight, and I can't say enough about Cook where he's putting that ball. Right over top of the defender, right into Cobble's hand, full stride into the end zone.
Extra point attempt. See if the Flyers can convert. Snap, hold, kick up. Kick is good. We'll keep it right here. Your athletic supply scoreboard. Clyde 14, Perkins nothing. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad Bannister, How high and how emotionally high are the Perkins Pirates not right now after Clyde throwing 2 scores on them this quarter?
Oh, you can definitely see a little bit of frustration showing up down here on the sideline because it is 2 big, huge plays that really have changed the way this game has gone in the second half. But like you guys both talked about, what an incredible pass and catch by Cobble and Cook. I thought when Cook threw that ball, I was like, where is he throwing it? And Cobble kicked it into second gear, ran right past the defender into the end zone.
Cobble's got breakaway speed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Jackson Tom.
Did they underestimate his speed, Mike?
Oh, I guarantee defender Jackson Tom thought that he was going to be able to keep up with Cobble and just be able to get to that ball. But Cook knew exactly where Cobble was going to be and put it right on the money.
7-play, 85-yard drive for Clyde. Clyde up 14-0 with 30 seconds to go in this quarter. And I think we do have a final in Bellevue. Bellevue wins 14-0 over Norwalk. So Norwalk, as we said, a little bit better than what the record would show, but they do fall to Bellevue here tonight. 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Looking to kick it off is Dickman. All have been short so far tonight. This one is a little longer, end over end. Is going to get fielded at the 15 to the 20, coming back off the left side, tipped up and keeping his feet, moving up all the way up to the 35 will be the Perkins Pirates. And they will get the ball here, 1st and 10, with about 25 seconds to go in this third quarter. It's Port Clinton 24-0 over Edison. Columbian 34-7 over Sandusky. Oak Harbor all over Vermilion 49-7. Finley still 20-7 over Ross. Bellevue wins 14-0 over Norwalk. Calvert 28-0 over Margaretta.
Yeah, this is a big series for Perkins right now. They have to put points on the board.
And they're going to go their main guy, Nemitz, is going to get tripped up in the backfield for a loss. And guess who's hopping around out there again?
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer. He was not sent on a blitz. He just read that perfectly and was able to get past that line of scrimmage for a nice 2-yard loss.
You know, Mike, you had said earlier that Overmeyer's going to just start shooting those wide gaps. Well, he's making good choices. Second down, we're going to say 12, and that's the end of the third quarter play. So at the end of 3, going into the fourth quarter, got 12 minutes of football left. One of these teams is going to fall to 4-2. We'll see who it's going to be. Clyde on top, 14-0. We'll be back after this timeout on the BAS Sports Network.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Did you know propane is made in America? Yep, right here in the good old US of A. Just an interesting fact I wanted to share. Another fact I'd like to share is Sunrise has one of the largest storage capacity of propane in the state of Ohio. That's right, we have the propane to get our customers through the worst of times, plus some. To make sure you have the propane this heating season, call Sunrise. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Well, welcome to the fourth quarter of play here at Robert J. Bishop Jr. Stadium in Clyde. Clyde Flyers at home right now on top of Sandusky Perkins, 14-0 with 12 minutes of football left. Perkins will be moving left to right in front of us here. Moving left to right on your radio dial. 3 receivers to the far, 1 to the near side. Nemitz lined up right behind Logan Lesh. Perkins looking. Lesh is now going to pump fake it off here. It's going to be another completed pass. Boy, they love that play fake into the slant pattern, Mike. And right now, Venerucci has been on the recipient end of those passes. That's going to make it 3rd and short at the 42.
Yeah, Will Lozier did a nice job of coming up and putting his shoulder pad right into his breadbasket to be able to take him down.
You got to believe Nemitz is going to get his hands on the ball here. They've got both Nemitz in there, too. Colin Nemitz and Wyatt Nemitz, the sophomore. Now, the sophomore is going to come up here, and he's going to go in the slot. 2 receivers to each side. Now they're going to put him in motion. He went out and blocked last time. Let's see if they throw that pass out there. They're going to fake it. They're going to throw another slant pattern, and it's going to be too high. And they're going to call interference on the Clyde player. They're going to say it was holding. and he was tackling him as the ball went up, Mike, and I don't know how you make that call. How do you do that?
Yeah, that's one of those judgment calls that, if he thought that he got there a little bit too soon.
Beforehand, yeah.
Yeah, if they, and obviously the official thought that he got there too soon.
That would give him a first down.
And Plummer was right there. He thought that the ball was over his head when he grabbed onto him, but the official disagreed with that.
Let's get some eyes and ears from Brad Bannister on that play, Brad. That was a 1-2 play.
Yeah, he was definitely bodying him up a little bit, but I don't even know if that's catchable. I mean, I know Rowe's a big guy, but that ball was well over his head.
Right. That's what I thought is an uncatchable ball, but either way, it'll be 1st and 10 Perkins. Perkins down by 2 scores. They're looking for the big play, and right now trying to throw the ball in some intermediate passing. Lesh looking. He's going to go ahead and throw it again. It's going to be the same thing out here. It's going to be almost intercepted. Oh, playing safety, Olsen. They went to tried to go to Nemitz, and Olsen came from the safety position. That would have been huge, right off his fingertips.
Yeah, that was definitely an overthrow. And again, he didn't have much pressure on him. He just kind of hurried himself up a little bit and overthrew that ball. And Olsen, he had both hands on it, just couldn't come down with it.
2nd down and 10. Jaden Rowe has been a favorite target, so has Venerucci. Venerucci comes in the near side. Also with him is Nixon. So they got 3 receivers that's near side. They have thrown to that near side. Now they're going to take Nemitz in the backfield. He kind of scampers around. Looking. They're going to throw a screen pass out here. It's going to be to Nemitz, and there's going to be hold. They don't call it, and it'll be a 1st down and more. Here goes Nemitz down the sideline. He's going to spin and turn. He keeps his feet going. It's going to be touchdown Perkins.
Well, you just got to see what kind of speed he has in the open field, and he was able to run away from just about everybody on that field. Olsen thought he had a line on him, and Nemitz just kind of ran it right away from him. So that was a big play. Cut it back across the field to put that ball into the end zone.
Wow. So I was right here, guys, when he was making those moves. My goodness.
So in 1 minute's time of that drive, quickly, it's a touchdown Perkins, and that extra point is up, and it's good. So now your score here, your in-game scoreboard, is 14-7, and Perkins scores.
And exactly what we said, John. That was a big series for Perkins. They had to get that ball into the end zone. They had to get points on the board. And they showed that the speed to get around to the outside. Once they get to the outside, Nemitz has the ability to put that ball across the goal line.
But they did something different on that play, Mike. Instead of just running the little flare pass out, they sent him down a little bit, and it was a deeper screen. So, therefore, he had a wider angle to get the ball and take off around the corner.
Absolutely. He had 2 linemen out there in front of him leading that, and that took out the linebackers, and the secondary just couldn't get an angle on him because that speed, he just showed that he can pull away.
All right, a lot can happen in this next 11 minutes. What a ball game we have here. 14-7, Clyde with the lead, and that was a 5-play, 65-yard drive for Perkins. Port Clinton now up 31-0 over Edison. Columbian 34-7 over Sandusky. So let's see what happens here. Let's see if Clyde can get another drive or the momentum has shifted back to the Pirates. Here's the kickoff. It's by Normington Slay. And it's a squibber. It's going to be picked up by Clyde. Fielded at the 30, getting to the outside, and I believe for the Flyers, who got that ball? Might have been Flewelling with that ball, I'm not sure, but it'll be 1st and 10 Clyde at their own 30, where they got to spot it, Mike? 33?
Yeah, that was Kyle Flewelling that picked up that ball.
So 34-yard line is where Clyde will get it. So right now, let's see if that infusion of scoring helps that defense for Perkins. I tell you what a ball game. These 2 teams came in here, and this is a real tale of the test of how good this Lake division of the SBC is. Handoff. Clyde looking as a reverse. They fake the reverse. Stepping out of the pocket is Cook, and Cook is going to throw it over here. It's going to be caught! And a busted play, and getting out here is going to be Flewelling on the flat. Somehow Cook got it to him, and it's 1st down to the 49.
I have no idea how Cook got out of that. They had all kinds of people. They had 7 guys on the line of scrimmage coming after him. He just ducked down underneath it and just tossed it up over top. Saw Flewelling come across. Great job by Flewelling having the composure of knowing where to go. Cook was able to see that big play.
So they know Clyde's not going to run the ball much, so they're bringing the house. They've got 5 or 6 on the line of scrimmage. Here they come again. Quick out here. It's going to be almost caught. Cobble slipped down. And that time the coverage on that was Jason Tom. He's the one who got burned on the long play. Cobble's got 2 pass receptions for touchdowns, one of 51 yards and one of 57.
Yeah, his average per catch has got to be about 40 yards on the season.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10-20. That did stop the clock. Tell you what, clock is everything right now. 14-7. Clyde with the ball, 3 receivers to each side. Here comes a man in motion, and that's Olsen. And they're looking. They're going to fake the handoff. Now they're going to roll it out here. Step out of the pocket. Cook's going to have to run. Cook's going to get across the 50. He's going to juke to the outside. And he's going to fall down and stretch out. And we'll go ahead and get the ball up to. They're going to give him a good spot on this, right about where it should have been, at the 43 of Sandusky Perkins. It's a pickup of 4. Now it's 3rd down and short.
You know, and again, he was able to elude that rush and be able to get up in the middle.
6-man line for Perkins, and what are we going to have here? We have a timeout by Perkins. We'll take our timeout here with 9:51 to go in the ball game. Clyde with the ball up by 7. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Nick Cray, CEO of Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1 The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient locations to check out the credit union difference. We offer checking account options with lots of perks, all with a free debit card, free online banking, and mobile access with the convenience of nationwide shared branching. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us today at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. All right, what's your name?
Mackenzie Vela.
And what is your favorite sport?
Volleyball.
And why volleyball?
Because I like to serve and hit the ball.
Now, do you like playing basketball because of your dad?
I like it.
Does your dad ever coach you?
Yes.
And what do you like or dislike about him coaching you?
He yells at me.
Get in the game at Fremont Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, with the play, Clyde goes to run the football. Perkins stacks the box. They have no gain. It's going to be 4th down and still about 3 to go.
Yeah, it might have lost about a half a yard there, John.
Yeah, it was 2, and now it's 3. And so now what do we have? A player on the ground, and who is it? Trying to step up. It's a cramp.
Looks like might be Daniels, 28.
It does look like Daniels.
So big point of the ball game, guys. Clyde's up 14-7. There's 9:33 to go. It just took Perkins just about a minute to score their last touchdown on the big pass play. You're on their side of the field. Do you punch them down? Do you kick it and get them deep in their own territory, or do you try to get this 1st down and control this clock?
You know, the play that I like that Clyde ran down at the goal line to get the 1st down, to get it down to the 2-yard line.
With Overmeyer.
With Overmeyer round.
Wing back.
You fake it up the middle.
Right.
They start pinching the middle, fake it up the middle. Overmeyer, he's strong enough to be able to get that extra 2 yards.
But if I'm the defense for Perkins, I'm thinking I've already seen that play, so I'm ready for it. So let's see what happens. They're going to put 6 in the box again, maybe 7. Say they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up front. Cook looking for the ball. Clyde with 2 receivers to each side. Wire right in the middle. And what are we going to have? An official timeout. Let him start the 25-second clock on the whistle.
And they
All
did.
right, big 4th down play here for Clyde. They're on the 43 of Perkins. They get a 1st down. Here comes Olsen in motion. And the defense now is moving back. They're looking at it. He's going to drop back the punt. Yep, now they're going to drop back. And Cook is going to kick it. No, it's a nice punt for that. And Clyde down on the cover, and he hits a Clyde player. Actually hit one of the Clyde special teamers in the foot, but they didn't call it down. And they're going to spot it at the 13.
We have a flag down over here.
On what side?
On the Perkins sideline. I'm not sure if it's a sideline warning.
Yeah, first one will be a warning, and the second one will mark off yards. Yep.
All right, so the Flyers up by 7. Perkins with the ball. Drive, they can tie it up here with 9:09. Lots of time left in this ball game. I think Coach Carter from Clyde wants to see if his defense can hold up again. And Perkins, they scored quickly with Nemitz. He's going to be the go-to guy.
Yeah, they got to get him to the outside, get him some space.
Right. So right now they're going to run 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near. Let's see what Lesh is looking for. He's going to give it to him. Right up the middle goes Nemitz. He's going to break 1 tackle. He's going to break another. There he goes. He's on his way. He's at the 40, the 30, move at the 20. He's tackled down at the 15-yard line.
I believe that's their 100-meter dash man right there.
Well, I would think so, right?
Yeah, my goodness, the way that he just broke through that line and then just took off. You know, Dylan Overmeyer is no slouch for speed, and he ran right away from Dylan.
That's a 73-yard run for Perkins. Getting it to their money player.
Now, that's what we said, John. You got to get him out in some space, and they did, and he was able to take advantage of it.
Boy, he put his head back and just flew down the sideline. What a player. Tell you what, that's why he's leading this conference. He's the best I've seen. All right, here we go. Lesh back to throw. He's throwing a bomb in the end zone. It's up in the air. It's going to be caught or not.
Oh,
nope.
Nice job of knocking that away.
Who was on coverage out there, Brad Bannister?
Yeah, that's number 20.
That's Kyle Flewelling did a nice job because Rowe had that ball in his hands. He had the ball. And Flewelling was able to knock that out, get it out.
That's how they teach you in the pros. Get your hand in between theirs and knock it away.
And that pass was put right where it needed to be, too.
Yeah, and Flewelling's given up probably 5 inches.
Oh, yeah.
2nd down and 10 at the 13. They got the jumbo package in there, and generally when they do that, they run everybody to one side and let Nemitz follow them. Let's see if they come to this near side, Mike, where there's a lot of, they're on the far hash. Lesh is looking. He's looking to keep it himself. He's looking to the right side. He's going to run out. He's going to run out of bounds. All right, so they're going to spot him a big gain of maybe 2. Now we have a late penalty. What's that for, Brad Bannister? I saw there were some bodies falling after they went out of bounds.
Well, I know it was a little bit of a late hit over here on Clyde because he was clearly past the big white line here on the sideline.
But that was a late flag.
Well, they had the Perkins Pirate team chirping over here. The coaches chirping.
Oh, it's going against Perkins.
Wow. So it's going to be a personal foul by
huge.
the Pirates. Oh, my goodness. Back to the 27-yard line.
Whoa.
That's a huge problem. All right, we've got 8:07 to go in the ball game. Clyde with a 7-point lead. Perkins threatening, but they just hurt their chances right there with a big penalty.
What, 2nd and 25?
They don't even have the math on the board yet, but it looks like about 25 at least. 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, and Nemitz right behind Lesh. Coach Santoro cannot be happy with what happened on his sideline. Officials are having a conversation. This is, Mike, where mental focus means everything.
Oh,
at this point in the ball game.
Absolutely.
Now they're going to shift things around. Now they're going to bring Wire in. Again, Wire generally will lead back. If there's the 3 in there, it's either going to be Lesh or it's going to be Nemitz. Whichever way they go is where they're going. The Clyde defense will read it accordingly. Now the officials are going to go ahead and change the down to 3rd. It's 3rd down and 28.
Must have been dead ball foul.
Yep. So here we go. Another big play by Perkins. They kind of are in field goal range if they can pick up about 5. Let's see what happens. 8:15 to go. Big play for Lesh and the Pirates. Back to throw. Hand off to Nemitz in the middle. He's going to get some yardage. He gets tripped up. Oh, my. He does around the corner, but who stops him?
Dylan Overmeyer. Nice job.
Conference linebacker holds him to the 25. Pickup of just a few, and it is 4th down.
If Dylan Overmeyer would not have tripped him up, he might have been in the end zone right there.
So now you're looking for a defensive penalty on this play, Mike. They're going to bring in 3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side, single coverage. Let's keep an eye on that one. And Nemitz by himself out here. Clyde has the outside wide open, Mike. Look at a pitch to Nemitz to the left side. No one covering him up. They're looking. He's going to step on the pocket. He's going into the end zone. And it's going to be incomplete, but they're going to call a pass interference against Clyde.
Yes, they are. And that, I'm not sure. I think he might have had hands on.
He turned. When he turned, I think Flewelling put hands on him. Brad Bannister?
Yes, I think that's exactly what happened. Is as he turned around, he almost like Flewelling almost ran into him when he was spinning around, and they're going to call it on Flewelling.
All right, but that's not going to put the ball down in the end zone. Where are they going to spot it, Mike Martin? The ball is thrown from the 35.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
So it's going to put it down to where they're going to spot it. All the way down to the back to where almost the original line of scrimmage is. This is the big play right here.
It's not.
The ball spotted at the 13.
It is not an automatic first down.
No, it's fourth down. Here you go. Can the Clyde defense hold? Can Perkins get in the end zone and tie it up here? Big play of the ball game, folks. 7:24. 15 seconds left on the play clock. 4th and 9. And we're going to have a timeout. And I think who's going to be on?
It's going to be on Clyde, I believe.
All right.
Yep.
All right, we'll keep it right here. So, guys, boy, I tell you
what was happening right there, there was a huge seam to the left side of the field. They had a split out there. They had the corner out. Safety was playing about in the middle. Linebacker was about over the inside of the
back was giving about 8 yards.
And I'll tell you what, if you'd got Nemitz that ball out to that left side, there's a lot of green for him to go on. I think Coach Carter up here in the press box, probably Coach Wilson or Coach Marty saw that and said, hey, we need a timeout. We can't allow that to be open like that.
Big play of the ball game. Sandusky Perkins has to get down inside the 5. All right, Mike, they've got to get inside the 5 or they turn it over. Clyde then has 7:24, a long drive. They could maybe ice this thing. But they've not seen a long drive from Clyde yet tonight.
No, we have not.
There's been no long drives.
And Perkins has 2 timeouts. Clyde has 1. So we'll see if those are going to come into play here.
We have Plummer over here on row, so that's an interesting matchup to watch.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Brad Bannister. Lesh, look.
He wasn't ready.
No, he's not ready.
He was not ready.
He's getting ready to throw it in the end zone. It's going to be incomplete or caught.
It's caught.
It's going
to be a first down.
At the 1.
He was not ready for that ball. He was trying to signal to the receiver when the ball was snapped to him. He's lucky he was able to handle that ball and then drop back and be able to put it right on target. That was a great play by Lesh right there.
4th and 13. They get it inside. It's 1st and goal at the 1. They got the jumbo package in. Look for Nemitz to get his hands on the ball or for Lesh to keep it. There's no reason for Perkins to throw the football here, Mike.
Absolutely not. No.
Let's see. Lesh. Nemitz. He does not get in, does he? Yes, he does. Touchdown, Perkins. So the penalty, the pass interference penalty, hurt him. And that busted play by Lesh kept them in there. Touchdown, Nemitz, his second one here in the 4th quarter. And so now we got a chance for a tie ball game. And that's at the 7:03 mark.
The pass interference, you would think, okay, like in college, pro, that's first down. High school, it's not. So you still got to get that first down, which they were able to do.
Right. There's the snap. There's the hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So we have a tie ball game here with 7:03 to go.
Let me tell you, if it comes down to field goal, Perkins has got a field goal kicker. I mean, that kick right there would have been good from about 35 or 40.
Right.
Game clock operator, please put 7-0-8.
But I tell you what, Mike, kicking an extra point solid is a little different than kicking a winning field goal to win a game.
Yeah, the nerves would be a little bit more, but right there, I mean, that's pressure there to tie it up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. What a ball game. Glad you're with us here tonight on 92.1 The Wolf. John Cullen along with Mike Martin and Brad Bannister. We had a 0-0 first half. Clyde scores twice in the 3rd quarter, take a 14-0 lead. Perkins scores twice in the fourth quarter to tie it up. So now it's like a 0-0 ball game. 7 minutes to go. Who wants to win this one? What a ball game here tonight at Bishop Stadium. For those of you joining in after the win by Bellevue or other games that are already finished here in the area. Here's a kickoff. It's a short one. It's going to bounce. It's going to be fielded at the 30 to 35, coming up the middle. Here comes the Clyde Flyer. He gets it all the way to midfield.
That was
nice
a great return.
Yeah, and you know what it was? Griffin Nuffs.
Griffin Nuffs, nice job. Now, we've seen him have the hands tonight, and that ball was taking a really bad bounce. And he was able to corral that and then just take a full speed.
All right, here's some scores. 41-13, Columbian over Sandusky. 27-14 right now in the third quarter, Findlay over Ross. Bellevue wins 14-0. Port Clinton shuts out Edison 31-0. Oak Harbor 56-7. Calvert 31-0. Right, here we go. Cook looking. He's pressured. He's thrown over the left side. It's going to be incomplete. He's a little bit behind the intended receiver. And good defensive coverage by the backfield that time. I believe that was Sam Odo, the senior, on coverage along with Jason Tom. So they know that Cobble's kind of the main guy. So they're doubling down on him.
And the thing about it is that, Cook, again, put it where the defense is not going to have an opportunity to try to get on it.
Clyde has given up running the football. There's 5-man front. Cook back to throw. He's got time. He's stepping up. He's going across the middle. It's going to be incomplete and almost intercepted. Through the hands of Griffin Nuffs, almost intercepted by Odo. And the problem for Clyde right now is you got to move the chains.
And you're stopping the clock.
You're stopping the clock. You got to move the chains. This team just scored twice in a span of 4 minutes.
And that time, Griffin Nuffs, that was probably one of the easier catches that he could have made.
Yeah.
We saw him make 2 acrobatic catches early on.
Right.
That one was kind of like right there. It just went through his hands.
Well, I tell you what, the energy back on the side of the Perkins Pirates is they feel like this game, they were losing a handle on it. They've come back and tied it, and they think we stop Clyde here, we're going to go down and score and win this thing.
Yeah, this is a big down right here for Clyde.
Cook steps up in the pocket. He's rolling out. He's in trouble. He's rolling out this way. He's looking for somebody to throw it to. He throws it deep. He's got a guy open, but overthrows the intended receiver, and it'll be 4th down, and they are celebrating on the Perkins side of the field. Clyde electing to throw deep 3 plays in a row, and unfortunately, they're going to have to punt the football.
Yeah, a lot of pressure put on by Nolan Winston. He's a senior, 6 foot, 200 pounds, is chasing Cook down, and Cook had to get rid of it. I mean, he had to throw it downfield or else he was going to take a big loss.
All right, so Clyde's showing like they're going to go for it, but I'm sure he's going to step back and punt the football.
Got to punt it.
2 receivers to the far, 2 to the near. Here comes a man in motion. And that's Griffin Nuffs. Perkins has nobody back. He is going to pooch punt it. It's going to be high, and it's going to hit. Let's see what kind of bounce it goes. It's going. And they cannot save it from the end zone. And Caden Olson couldn't quite keep it out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 Perkins at the 20. So they've got the tie ball game. They've got the football at the 20. Now it's which team wants to win it.
Okay. If they get that ball down inside the 30 with a little bit of time left on the clock, they definitely have the kid that can put it through. I mean, he's got the leg. Whether he can make it or not, he's got the leg that he'd be able to attempt it.
Well, momentum now is the third quarter won by Clyde. The first half won by Perkins, no score. The third quarter won by Clyde, and right now the fourth quarter being won by Perkins. 6:32 to go. We're tied up at 14. 2 receivers in there, 1 to the far side. Nemitz right behind Lesh. Clyde defense has been spectacular here tonight, but the big plays on both teams is why this game is there. And all the fans are up into this. Lesh looking for snap. He's looking. Hands to Nemitz off the left side. And it's going to be run out of bounds. He'll pick up maybe 2. And it'll be 2nd down and 8 from the 22.
Abe Morrison's doing such a great job. He's being blocked, but yet he's still forcing that to the outside. So he's not giving any ground. He's continually sliding to the outside, which is forcing that wider and to the sideline.
All right, so Venerucci out to the backside. 1 single receiver here. Wire in the backfield. They're giving it Nemitz up the middle. He gets hit and stuffed. He tried to get the middle, and guess who's staring at him? Big number 36.
Yeah, again, they're not shooting Overmeyer. He's just reading that and playing it and finding that big seam, that big gap that they've got between the guard and center and coming through it.
All right, it's third down play. Who are you going to go to? You're going to throw the slant pattern, you're going to give it to Nemitz, one of the two. That's been their MO all night long, or the quarterback draw. We haven't seen that here in this second half, but they did use it effectively in the first. 5:25 and counting. Third down and 8. Game tied at 14 here at Bishop Stadium. Lesh steps up, asks his guy to come across. He's not doing it, and we're going to have a timeout by Perkins because they had a misfire getting ready to happen.
And that time clock was down to 0, and the play clock was down to 0. So, that's not when you want to use your timeout, actually. But this is a huge play right here. So, really not a bad thing that you have to use the timeout.
Oh, no, because if they would have penalty back, now it's third down and, 13?
Yeah.
And you're sitting back inside the 20.
And to talk this over and say, okay, maybe we can get a better play because they need a first down right here because if they have to punt that ball away to Clyde has got a pretty decent kicker as well.
The Flyers have not run the ball in the whole second half, Mike. I mean, we're talking minimal. The only runs have been Cook scrambling, right? There's been no ground game for them at all. So as long as they sit in that passing game, it's going to be very hard.
Yeah, Daniels has had one run of about 15 yards.
Right.
Other than that, they pretty much shut him down.
Right. Okay, here we go. Third down. And we're going to call it 8 yards. 5:12 to go in the ball game. Perkins moving left to right. 2 receivers of the far side. 4 receivers of the far side. And they got Nemitz in the reception. Watch for him to flare out. And they're going to look for him. Nope, they're going to flush out the pocket. They're going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught. And coming back for it. Little give and go. Nixon gets the first down at the 33.
That was a great pattern. He just went down, drove the defensive back off,
and
came back to about a yard past the first down marker.
Yep.
And the ball was put right where it needed to be.
Tell you what, bought himself time. Lesh has looked very good here tonight for Sandusky Perkins at quarterback.
Yeah.
Now the jumbo package is in. Lesh, he's got 2 running backs right back there. It's going to be Sturzinger in there along with Wire and Nemitz. And they're going to Nemitz, trying to get him outside. He's trying to cut up the middle. He does, and he keeps his feet moving. And he goes lateral, and then Morrison's going to tackle him down right about the 39. That was kind of like, if you looked at a little bit of what they call calf wrestling or calf roping is kind of what that felt like.
They kind of did because they were going sideways for a long time.
Second down and short. They're keeping Wire in there. What a good ball game. 4:07 to go, tied at 14. Wire on one side. Sturzinger, running back, 5'11", 195. They got some meat back there. Wire, 6', 200. He got some size. One receiver to each side. Lesh looking. He gives a Nemitz on the outside. He's going to get tripped up in the backfield. And looks for me from Clyde. That might have been Logan Homler again. And that'll be for no gain.
Yeah, nice job of Homer getting in there, just tripping him up. That little bit of penetration to get across that line of scrimmage.
So, quickly, into the ball game now is going to be Wyatt Nemitz. And they like to look at him last time. 5 receivers. Colin Nemitz in the slot on the left side. Clyde could get pressure on Lesh. Let's see what happens. He's back. He's throwing across. He pump fakes. He's going to run it. He's going to get the first down. He's coming to the backside. He's going to get hit. And he's going to get hit hard, but he will get a first down into the Clyde 48. Was that a designed run, Mike?
I think it was because he just dropped back and the line pretty much just split apart. It looks like Plummer's getting up a little bit slow right now.
Yep, he is. And what's going to happen here?
Oh, the clock stops for a first down, but Plummer is coming off the field.
Yep, and Caden Olson is going in for him. Right, 1st and 10, 3:07. I mean, actually, in this case, here's how it's playing out. Perkins is driving to win the game.
Dude, I'm telling you, they're getting it down there to get in field goal range.
All right, so, again, jumbo package. Venerucci to the left. Rowe to the right. Triple backfield. Hand off to Nemitz. Now it's going to be a little pitch and go. They're going deep, and there's a push-off offensively there, and it's going to be incomplete. If anything, that might have been offensive pass interference. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, right in front of you.
Yeah, it looked like he did shove off to create a little bit of space here. I didn't think anything too bad, but definitely a little bit of contact there. Ball was overthrown as well, though.
Yes. Second down and 10.
A little gutsy right there now.
A little gutsy, a little.
Yeah, when you've got a defensive line that has the ability to penetrate like they do, and you start pitching that ball backwards, that could be tough.
Now they go back to the 5-receiver set. Lesh in the pocket by himself. 2:58. 14-14. Tell you, this has been a great ball game here tonight. One of these two teams is going to be sitting on top of the SBC along with Bellevue, who won. Looking, and there's a penalty, and it's on the side judge, and what's it going to be? Offsides, Clyde. That'll be about the 5th or 6th offside, and Coach Carter's saying, come on, are you kidding?
Now Clyde is in double digits with penalties.
So that makes it very easy. 2nd and 5 at the 44, at the 43, and Mike, you're exactly right. They're about... I'd say they're a good 15 yards away from field goal range.
You got to reset the
back to
25-second clock.
Yep. Puncher back in. They do. Under 3 minutes. Tied at 14. 2:57. John Cullen, Mike Martin, Brad Bannister bringing the action. What a game it's been between Perkins and Clyde. The Pirates trying to put their foot down here in the SBC Lake Division, Mike. And Wire's going to move. Here comes the handoff to Nemitz up the middle. He gets hit and dropped. He does not get the first down. And there's a penalty coming in late.
Okay, now that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem.
There's a fight out on the field. Brad Bannister, what did you see?
Go ahead, Mike.
I'm not sure exactly who it was that body slammed the Perkins guy, but there might be somebody that's not going to be playing the game anymore right now. I don't know what you saw, Brad.
I saw the push. I was kind of blocked out by the kids and where they were at, where the scrum was, but definitely something's going to go down here, and I don't think it's going to go well for Clyde.
No, because one of the Perkins players, it might have been Nemitz that got body slammed, picked up and slammed. I don't know if they didn't think that he was down.
And then Rowe came in, too, from Perkins. Yeah. He got involved, and then that was where the little pushing and shoving got going.
I think Dylan Overmeyer is going to get called for this. Face mask against Clyde.
Ooh.
Double.
That's 30 yards in penalties, gentlemen. That puts them right in field goal range.
Well, if Clyde loses this ball game, all I have to do is look at the penalties to determine why.
That's 2 penalties there. That's 12 penalties on the night. Gentlemen, that's 30 yards in penalties that they just gave up.
With 2:52 to go. No one got ejected. But the ball's down to the 13-yard line. Wow. Tell you what. You can't do that and win ball games. 2:52 in the Fremont floor covering red zone are the Perkins Pirates with a chance for the 3rd straight score in the 4th quarter to try and win this game. Here we go. Nemitz to the outside. He cuts up to the middle. He keeps his feet moving, but he's going to get tackled down around the 9-yard line. He'll pick up about 4.
Clyde has 1 timeout left. And I'm telling you, if Coach Carter, if they get it any farther, he better think about maybe using that thing.
Yeah, because they can run the play clock right down here, Mike.
And that's exactly what they're going to do.
Win the ball game.
And they're going to use it every second.
So it's 2nd down and 5 at the 8. They'd like a touchdown. Nemitz in the backfield, Lesh behind him. 2 receivers on the far side here on the near side, They're looking. Nemitz is going to get. He's trying to get to the outside. He's going to turn the corner and he'll get hit and dropped at about the 4. Another pickup of 5.
Looks like they're going to be about a yard short, John.
All right, so it'll be 3rd down. 3rd down and 1. At what's the yard line on the 4?
Just inside the 4, yes.
Yep. I would think the quarterback's going to keep the ball right now. And Clyde's in a position, you're right, Mike, where they kind of need
They're going to need a little bit of time here.
What a ball game. If Perkins comes back and scores 3 times to win this game, I can give to Nemitz. He's going to the outside, and he's going to turn the corner. He's going to get in the end zone for the score. His 3rd touchdown.
You know, that is his sure will right there, because
Absolutely.
he had 2 defenders right in front of him, and he did not hurdle, because hurdling is illegal in high school football, but he just kind of ran through them and ran over top of them to get into the end zone.
13 play, 80-yard drive with the extra point. Snap, hold, kick, up, kick is good. And we'll keep it right here. Your score, Sandusky Perkins 21, Clyde 14. The double personal foul penalty by Clyde is what ushered in that score for Perkins. So if Clyde loses, that's on them.
Yeah,
on the other side, they do have a minute 20. And right now, they're going to keep their heads about them and decide what to do.
Well, one thing that Perkins, they can't afford to have a bad kickoff like they've had the last couple times, because Clyde has had great field position. And if the case that, if Clyde gets it down, Dickman is capable, but they need a touchdown.
Field goal doesn't matter.
No.
So, Mike, a big play in the ball game is Clyde had 1st and goal in the 2 and came away with no points. That's a big play, and that was a
5-yard penalty and a big sack.
Yep. The Flyers unable to get that field goal, and that was a big problem for them. Nemitz has scored 3 times in this quarter, and that was at the 120 mark. They scored at the 11 mark, at the 7 mark, and the 120 mark. So here's the kickoff. We got a minute 20 to go in this ball game. They kick it high end over end. Clyde will field it at the 10 to the 20, coming inside to the backside. They're going to get some breakaway yardage. They're going to get up to almost the 30. They're going to spot them right at the 30-yard line. Clyde's got 70 yards and a minute 13 to see what they can do.
And 1 timeout.
So Jaden Cook right now is rehearsing in his head everything his coach has told him. Okay, listen, don't take a sack. Throw the ball out of bounds. Plant your foot. Deliver the ball. And
I can see Perkins sending at least 1 linebacker. I believe Wire will probably be coming.
4 receivers for the Flyers. Snap, looking. They're going to throw it here. It's going to be caught. Olsen's got it, and Olsen's going to run out of bounds at the 40. Pickup of 10 should be a 1st down.
Out of bounds. Good job stopping the clock for Clyde.
So, Mike, you scored. Do you go for 2?
I would.
Of course you would.
The way this, I would.
2 to the far, 2 to the near. Cook back. He's looking for the snap. He's stepping up in the pocket. He's got to be careful. He's going to fake the throw. He's going to go ahead and run it. He's going to get a block to the outside. And Cook dances out to right in front of us, about the 37-yard line. Jaden Cook, a little bit of razzle-dazzle. He moves it up, 58 seconds to go, and right now the Perkins defense is softening up a little
they're
bit.
getting pretty loose. He had Cobble wide open, and the defense saw that, so the defense went towards Cobble. When Cook saw that, he took off and ran.
Pump fake and go, and got a good block by Cobble out there. Showing blitz. Cook goes. Here it comes. He's going down the side. It's going to be caught. And it's funny. Cobble went down on the knee, and they never called it. And it'll be at the 30-yard line.
Yes, they did call it because that clock is still running. They did not let him get out of bounds.
48 seconds to go. 3 receivers to the far, 1 to the near. Cook back. He's looking. He's going to throw it out here, lob it. And Clyde's probably going to get the 1st down. They will down the 20, but they're going to probably have to call timeout.
I don't know. The clock's going to stop moving the chains. Then get 1 play here.
All right. 35 seconds. Clyde on the 20. Cook looking. What are we going to have? Why do they stop and play?
I do not know.
What was that, Brad Bannister?
They're just a little bit of an issue with the clock starting, like they didn't get it started soon enough.
Yeah, I believe that might be correct because the chains were set and the clock stayed at 35.
So it took 7 seconds off of it. 28 seconds to go. First and 10, Clyde at the 20. Cook looking, back to throw, in the pocket. He's looking. He's got to step on the pocket. He throws it in the end zone, and there's going to be nothing there. He throws it out, and that's a good call.
We got our fans down here that are thinking, okay, that's pass interference.
No.
But that was 10 yards out of the end zone. Smart play by Cook.
Absolutely.
Stops the clock, and it's not there, so don't try to force it in. Give yourself a chance to get it to the next play.
Even Brad Bannister couldn't have caught that. With the wheels and hands that he
That's
has.
saying a lot right there.
It is. Cook back to throw. 21 seconds to go in the pocket. Throws across the middle. Behind the receiver and right through the hands of the defender. He had his guys open, but just threw it away, and Cook took a pretty good shot.
Yeah, Sam Odo, it went right off his hands.
So Clyde's got 3rd and 10 at the 20. I got to get the first down, Mike. At this point in time, don't you have to pick up some yardage?
Yeah, you got to get that first down. You got 17 seconds with one timeout left.
All right, so he's like to throw the possession pass here to the left. Let's see what he does. Cook's got 3 receivers to the far side. He's looking back, and we're going to have what? Timeout Perkins. We'll keep it right here. 16 seconds to go. Clyde threatening. They got 3rd and 10 at the 20 of Sandusky. Perkins 21-14. Clyde scored twice in the 3rd. Perkins scored 3 times in the 4th. And as says, Perkins won the first half, 170 yards to 30 offense for Clyde, but nobody got a touchdown. Perkins had like 8 first downs. Clyde had 2. And all of a sudden, the second half, it just kind of opened up. But the big thing tonight for Clyde is, well, both teams have given up big plays.
Yeah,
but the big thing for Clyde tonight is some really untimely penalties that have really, I think, allowed Perkins to breathe through the transition to get to where they are now.
And that's something that Coach Carter's going to look at this, and he's going to come back and say, we just pretty much shot ourselves in the foot. If they come out of this with the score the way it is right now, that's what he's going to say. If they're able to put some points on the board and come away with the win, he's going to say, guys, the adversity we had, be able to get through that, that says a lot. But they got to get this first down right here.
17 seconds left, so you're thinking maybe 3 plays, Mike? Here comes Olsen to this near side. Cook is looking. Now Olsen moves in motion to the right side. Cook looking back to throw. He's in the pocket. He throws in the end zone. It's going to be in there. It's going to be caught. Touchdown!
Jackson Tom tipped the ball. He hit the ball, went up in the air, and I can't believe Cabo was right there to take that in. What a great concentration play by Cabo. Tom thought he had that ball knocked down. He tipped it up in the air instead of knocking it down. It gave Cabo the opportunity to catch it and put it in the end zone for a score.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Did you see that? My goodness, brought to you by Ice Centers of Northwest Ohio. See 2020 with a customized air.
Hey, guess what?
Clyde's going for 2.
They're going for 2,
going for
baby.
the win. You know what? I don't blame them either.
No. Come on.
Cook with the ball. He looks to the sideline, and Coach Carter says, I'm going to use my last timeout, and he does. All right. 21-20. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad Bannister, you're the head coach of the Clyde Flyers. What are you going to do?
I let Jaden Cook drop back, let him make a decision, and if he needs to scramble, let him scramble. It gives you a couple of options, I think. And you know what? He's a senior quarterback. He's led the team for a few years. Kind of put it in his hands and see what he can do with it.
Okay, Mike, let's throw it down. Do they win or not? I got money on the table here.
Yeah, I tell you.
I tell you what, you know what?
Unbelievable how that play came out.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was tipped.
It was
by Tom. He tipped it. He catches it. It's over. He tips it, and Cobble's like, "I'll take it. Thank you."
Yeah,
touchdown. I've never seen it.
No, I mean he swiped at the ball and went up in the air. It's like, come on.
That's almost as big as Jared Martin's somersault into the end zone on the right side, right in that corner.
Yeah, that was
Here we go.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Here we go.
Play.
Clyde's not been able to run the ball all night. So Clyde is showing, look what they're showing right here, Mike.
Unbalanced.
Unbalanced line. Jaden Cook looking for the football. He's back. He's rolling right. He's rolling right. He's going to try to get to the end zone, and he can't do it, and Perkins going to win the football game.
You know, I don't fault them one bit for trying that play. Not one bit. And Jaden Cook did whatever he had to do. He tried to get that ball across there, and, you know, no fault. I mean, you got to go with it. You got to live with that, and that's just the way it goes. You know, hats off for them trying to get there and giving it to the guy that possibly had the best shot.
No, it was the right call, because if he had someone to throw to, he could.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, they didn't have a trailer. As everybody was moving that way, one trailer would have been it. But
hey, I give all the credit to Perkins. All the credit to Perkins, because they brought everybody over to that side. After they saw where Cook was going, they left the receivers to the left side go, and they came over to Cook's side. So great defense by Perkins to be able to shut that down.
So Clyde will kick it off. Perkins will get the ball. They'll take a knee, and they're going to win this one. 21-20.
You know this is going to be an onside kick here. Give them one more opportunity.
Yep. Well, I tell you what a match here tonight. These two teams. My goodness. And of course, they all know, you know, this was going to be this kind of ball game. There is the onside kick, and it's recovered. And Perkins will take a knee, and they know that they're going to win this football game. So a great effort tonight by Sandusky Perkins. They scored 3 times in the fourth quarter, and they're going to go ahead and get on the road and go to 5-1 and knock off Clyde at home.
The great thing about this game is there is a good possibility that they're going to see each other again in the playoffs.
Well, they're right next to each
possibility.
other. They're right next to each other, 4 and 5 in the computer.
Yep.
So from Bishop Stadium, 10 seconds to go. Victory formation. And Logan Lesh takes the knee, and the Sandusky Perkins Pirates come back down 14-0 and upset Clyde at home 21-20. Stay tuned for our post-game show here tonight. Thank you for being with us. You heard this SBC Lake Division contest live here tonight on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Dave Hare Allstate Insurance is an agent that will answer questions in person and get you a quote for coverage on the things that matter most to you. If you need a home, auto, or life insurance, you can count on Dave Hare Allstate Insurance to get you the price that is right for your needs and your budget. You're in good hands with Dave Hare Allstate Insurance. Visit them at 524 West Perkins Avenue in Sandusky, or give them a call at 419-626-9444. That's 419-626-9444, or visit them online at davehair@allstate.com.
ACJ Overhead Door of Fremont are your installation and service experts, specializing in both residential and commercial garage doors and operators. Don't risk trying to do the repairs yourself, especially when it comes to broken springs. Let the professionals at ACJ take care of that for you. If you're looking to upgrade your garage door, ACJ offers a full line of doors from economy to premium to fit any budget, with free estimates on installation. ACJ Overhead Door, serving Sandusky and surrounding counties. For more information, call 419-341-6586 or online at acjoverheaddoor.com.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charles Hall, and I'm proud to share with the community that PT Services has recently opened a clinic at 1800 West State Street in Fremont. I've worked with PT Services for approximately 40 years, including referral, personal, and high schools. I recommend PT Services for their therapy needs. It can be located at 419-332-6709. Go local teams.
The holidays will be here before you know it. Are you and your home ready for hosting all that extended family, extended meals, and extended wear and tear on your floors? Get ahead of the holiday hustle. Right now at Lottich & Sons Flooring America, it's the family-friendly flooring sale. Save big before the holidays and get special financing. Shop in-store and online. When it comes to flooring, trust the place where friends send friends. Lottich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont. Subject to credit approval, minimum monthly payments required. See store for details.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Bishop Stadium as we have a final here. Sandusky Perkins, fourth quarter, 3 touchdowns to come and beat Clyde 21-20 here at Bishop Stadium. It was 0-0 after the first half, and both teams went 3 and out and punted. Then Cobble got Clyde on the board for the first time, a 57-yard touchdown pass at the 9:06 of the third quarter, 7-0 Clyde. Perkins went 3 and out. Clyde then drove down the field, and it was about a 14-play drive. They tried the 29-yard field goal, Mike, and it was no good, 7-0. Perkins then went 9 plays, had to punt. Clyde went 7 plays, 85 yards. Cobble another 51-yard touchdown. It's 22 seconds to go in the third. It's 14-0 Clyde. Then Perkins came back. They went 5 plays, 65 yards. And Nemitz with a 48-yard pass reception for a touchdown at the 11-minute mark of the fourth gets Perkins on the board 14-7. Clyde went 5 and out and punted. Perkins then got the ball at their own 13. They go 87 yards, and they score with 7:03. Nemitz this time on a 3-yard touchdown run. After a couple big runs along the sideline, they tie it at 14. Clyde goes 3 and out and punts. Perkins gets the ball. They go down again. This time there was a back-to-back personal foul against Clyde when Perkins had the ball at the Clyde 43. Put him down to 13. They went in. It was a 13-play, 80-yard drive. Nemitz ran it in from about 4 yards. At 120 mark, it was 21-14. Clyde got the ball at the 30, and they went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays, and they score. Cobble with a 20-yard touchdown pass that was tipped, and then he recovered or caught it in the end zone for the score. Clyde went for 2. And they lose. With 11 seconds to go, they could not convert the 2-point conversion, and they lose 21-20. We'll take a timeout and get back and get some numbers from Mike. What a good ball game here tonight. We'll get you Wendy's player of the game for Clyde, and then we'll wrap things up here from Bishop Stadium. Clyde falls to 4-2. Perkins goes to 5-1. So right now we know that Bellevue and Perkins are sitting top the SBC at 1-0. And we'll see, I'm pretty sure Columbian won. So it should be Columbian, Perkins, and Bellevue sitting at 1-0, and the rest of the league at 0-1. We'll be back with this after this timeout on the BAS Sports Network.
Tonight's postgame show is brought to you by Frozone Frozen Yogurt, Tiffin's spot for premium frozen yogurt. We'll head back to the stadium after this on the BAS Sports Radio Network.
Are you craving something sweet? Maybe salty? Check out Frozone in downtown Tiffin. It's a fun spot to meet up with family and friends. At Frozone, you can create your own masterpiece with 12 different flavors of frozen yogurts and more than 30 yummy toppings. Finish your creation off with hot fudge, caramel, or peanut butter sauce, and then dig in with our magical spoons. Frozone Frozen Yogurt, located at 114 South Washington Street in Tiffin. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to like and follow Frozone Tiffin on Facebook and Instagram.
Hi, everyone. It's Kyle Knight, voice of the Little Giants here on Eagle 99. Did you know the Fremont Ross Alumni and Friends Scholarship Fund's mission is to provide scholarships for underserved graduating seniors attending Fremont Ross High School to further their education? The Fremont Ross Alumni and Friends Scholarship Fund is now affiliated with Sandusky County Communities Foundation, or SCCF, a public charity registered with the state of Ohio and grants their organization 501c3 tax-exempt status. This status was gained through the kind donations of many Ross alumni, local businesses, and organizations. If you, your family, your organization, or business would like to help by sending a donation, just send a check to SCCF, 1245 Napoleon Street in Fremont, or 3420. There is also a direct link for online donations through the SCCF website. Go to sanduskyccf.org/donors. If you have any questions, send an email to Fremont Ross Alumni and Friends at gmail.com.
Dave Hare Allstate Insurance is an agent that will answer questions in person and get you a quote for coverage on the things that matter most to you. If you need a home, auto, or life insurance, you can count on Dave Hare Allstate Insurance to get you the price that is right for your needs and your budget. You're in good hands with Dave Hare Allstate Insurance. Visit them at 524 West Perkins Avenue in Sandusky, or give them a call at 419-626-9444. That's 419-626-9444, or visit them online at davehare@allstate.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
Well, all right, welcome back to Bishop Stadium, right down in the mid part of the field with Brad Bannister and Coach Ryan Carter.
Coach Carter here, real quick. You know, it's not maybe how the game you wanted to ended the way you wanted it to. A little bit of a decision there, going for two. What were your thoughts going into that play?
Well, you know, we tried to win it right there in regulation. We were so banged up that I didn't want to extend it, go into overtime at all. So, and they're tough to stop. So, we have we had a 2-point play, and it just didn't work out for us. They played pretty good defense. We didn't get a play.
Yeah, no, I'd say we were talking about going into that play. We liked the call. We were thinking we would go for two if we were in your shoes. Is it a play like how does something like that happen? Is it a play you practice, something you prepare, you have ready?
We practice every day, but we just didn't execute it. They played pretty good defense down the stretch.
A little bit about halftime. You went in, wasn't maybe a great first half for you, but you came out, had a different mentality that second half. What went on at halftime?
Well, they were stacking the box so much that we had to throw the ball, so we were going to take some shots down the field and really try to loosen them up a little bit. And we were able to do that a little bit. We couldn't get key stops. We couldn't get a couple of first downs. I thought when it was 14-7 and we got the ball back, we needed to get a couple of first downs and move the ball a little bit. And we just couldn't.
Well, we know you'll have him ready for next week, Coach, but best of luck to you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, thanks so much, Brad Bannister. So we'll take our final timeout. We'll come back and get the numbers from Mike and wrap things up again in a thriller. Perkins over Clyde, 21-20. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
Tonight's postgame show is brought to you by Frozone Frozen Yogurt, Tiffin's spot for premium frozen yogurt. We'll head back to the stadium after this on the BAS Sports Radio Network.
Are you craving something sweet? Maybe salty? Check out Frozone in downtown Tiffin. It's a fun spot to meet up with family and friends. At Frozone, you can create your own masterpiece with 12 different flavors of frozen yogurts and more than 30 yummy toppings. Finish your creation off with hot fudge, caramel, or peanut butter sauce, and then dig in with our magical spoons. Frozone Frozen Yogurt, located at 114 South Washington Street in Tiffin. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to like and follow Frozone Tiffin on Facebook and Instagram.
Everything is just better at the Ballman Auto Group. Check out all of our lots, as more inventory is arriving daily. You can either browse our family of dealerships inventory or let one of our experts help you order your new vehicle today. Better incentives, better inventory, better experience. The Ballman Auto Group is celebrating our 65th anniversary. Ballman is just bigger with 8 stores, from Toledo to Genoa and Port Clinton, and Fremont to Tiffin. Drive on our reputation today and enjoy the peace of mind of doing business with a dealership family that was established in 1956. If you are looking to sell or trade your vehicle, then Ballman wants to offer you top dollar. Plus, we'll buy from you even if you don't buy from us. A Ballman location is just a few money-saving minutes away from you. Enjoy our 8 dealership buying power. And see for yourself why Ballman is celebrating 65 years of satisfying customers. Visit one of our locations near you today or right now by clicking on BallmanAutoGroup.com. That's right, online at BallmanAutoGroup.com.
Are you craving something sweet? Maybe salty? Check out Frozone in downtown Tiffin. It's a fun spot to meet up with family and friends. At Frozone, you can create your own masterpiece with 12 different flavors of frozen yogurts and more than 30 yummy toppings. Finish your creation off with hot fudge, caramel, or peanut butter sauce, and then dig in with our magical spoons. Frozone Frozen Yogurt, located at 114 South Washington Street in Tiffin. Open 7 days a week. Make sure to like and follow Frozone Tiffin on Facebook and Instagram.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football.
92.1 The Wolf.
92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
All right, welcome back to Bishop Stadium. 21-20. Perkins over Clyde. Mike, how about some numbers?
All right, first downs, Perkins had 21, Clyde had 14 yards. Net yards rushing, Perkins had 225, Clyde well under their average of 79 yards. Net yards passing, Perkins had 167, Clyde had 272. So total net yards, pretty close. Perkins had 392, and Clyde had 351. The main thing that looks here that is huge is Clyde had 14 penalties for 109 yards. And when you have that many penalties, especially in crucial times, it's hard to win a ball game. Possession time, Perkins had the ball for 30 minutes, 38 seconds. Clyde had it for 17 minutes, 22 seconds. Individual stats, rushing for Perkins, Colin Nesbitt had 34 attempts. He had a total of 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lesh had 9 attempts for 35 yards. On the Clyde side, well under their average. Michael Daniels had 11 attempts for a net of 29 yards. Jaden Cook had 7 attempts for 38 yards. Dylan Overmeyer had 2 for 12. Passing, Lesh had 15 completions on 27 attempts, 1 interception, 167 yards, 1 touchdown. Cook had 15 completions, 29 attempts, 1 interception, 272 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Receiving, Nesbitt had 4 catches for 56 yards, 1 touchdown. Rowe had 3 catches for 32 yards. Nixon had 3 for 40. And Verrucci had 2 for 30. On the Clyde side, Andrew Cobble had a big night tonight. He had 8 catches for 165 yards, and he had 3 touchdowns. Griffin Knopf had 4 catches for 79. Caden Olson had 2 for 12. And Kyle Pulling had 1 for 16.
Right, thanks so much, Mike. Our next broadcast will be next week as Clyde will travel to Tiffin, Columbia, and won't get any easier as they take on the Columbian Tornadoes, who won big tonight. On the other side, Perkins, well, they're going to have Bellevue at home. So they go Clyde and Bellevue back-to-back. We'll see what happens with them as they continue to keep this season alive for them. I want to remind everybody that our Wendy's player of the game tonight is going to be Andrew Cobble. Just a fantastic 3-touchdown game for him. He just played spectacular for the Clyde Flyers, and he'll be the Wendy's player of the game. So I want to remind everybody this game is brought to you by Fremont Federal Credit Union, along with UIS Insurance and Investments, Frozone, Holler Sheet Metal, Fremont Athletic Supply, Frickers Welding Insurance Group, Fremont Floor Covering, Wendy's, iCenters of Northwest Ohio, Sunrise Cooperative, Friendship Stores, Crown Battery, Hanneman, Chinesky, Keller Funeral Home, Lodge and Sons, Florida, America, Miller's and Clyde, Miller Super Value, ACJ Overhead Doors, Grun Drug PT Services. A big thanks also to our food sponsor this week and always here when we're at Clyde is Blue Collar Bistro in Clyde. So for my partner Mike Martin and also for Brad Bannister, our chief engineer, back at the station, April Gottrin, it's John Cullen saying good night, everybody from Clyde in a thriller. Sandusky Perkins 21, Clyde 20. We'll be back after this next week in Tiffin with Columbian and Clyde. Good night and God bless.